those are the plays we're working on, a good majority of the time, and that's when we're stalling. It's like, we're working on these plays, and we have one mistake here, or, it's not, we're making a bunch of mistakes, it's just we're making key mistakes, and it's just stalling us out. We're getting down in the end zone, we're getting in the red zone, but we're just not finishing. And, until we start, early, really getting a hold of finishing drives early in the game, we're just going to have to keep putting our defense out there. And the more pressure we put on them, the harder it makes it on them. Even back in my days as a college pitcher, if the offense isn't doing anything, not giving any runs, you go out there and as a pitcher, you're going to start pressing and start trying to do more than you really need to do. And, I think sometimes our defense sees us go out there and, they start pressing. And, a guy that usually makes a bunch of tackles is, he comes up short because he's pressing. He's really trying to get there. He overruns something. And, we just got to do a better job trying to help them out offensively to keep the game, the way it needs to be going from the very beginning, not just the second half.
give yourself a chance to win.
Yeah.
Give yourself a chance, guys. If you give yourself a chance to win this game, then we look ahead at Auburn High. Give yourself a chance in that game. Then you got Dothan. Well, you got a chance to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's what we tell our guys: finish this Friday, then give you a chance next week. So it's a big game for sure. And like I said, it gives you a chance to be that 4 seed in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's kind of what Enterprise is holding on to right now. I mean, really, when you look at Central, probably going to be on top. They'll finish on top.
Right.
Auburn, will probably finish, it looks like second maybe, and then you got Prattville up there as well now, kind of securing things over that win over Enterprise. So the fight for fourth is still on.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of who's going to want to take the reins at this point.
Correct.
Before we let you guys go, I guess give us a quick look at what Enterprise offers coming up this week.
Deep inside the ball, that new coach, or he's not new, this is his third year down there, and it's the same offense.
Yeah.
They're more outside than they have been in the past, where they run it inside, A gap, B gap. This year they're outside because they got a speedy back. This year they got 2 of them. Instead of having, when they had 6 last year, they would just pound it inside. So, it's just that offense. I guess you would say the Notre Dame box is the best way to say it.
Yeah.
It's, we've had a really good week, though, getting a lot of guys lined up. We got Moy back, our big D tackle, so he's back. That's going to help us a ton. But, just playing this kind of offense, you have to, the front 7, you have to be gap sound to the T.
Yeah.
I mean, you really do. In the back end, your eyes have to be focused on that slot receiver, and then they got a tight end on both sides. So good week so far though. Great week. Good. Eyes are great. Gap fits are great. I think they're ready. I think our guys are gonna be ready to play. So like I said.
Please remain standing for a playing of Auburn If you're looking for hours of fun that the whole family can enjoy and it won't break the bank, check out Rock and Roll Pinball at 815 South Railroad Avenue in Opelika. Open Tuesday through Thursday from 11 a.m. Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to midnight, and Sundays from noon until 5.
Smith Chevrolet Buick and GMC in Opelika is happy to be a sponsor of high school football. We believe that high school athletics builds character among young people, and we're honored to lend our support. We're in a great area to live, play, work, worship, and retire. Now in our 29th year, we are your Chevrolet Buick and GMC dealer for East Alabama and West Georgia. Online 24/7 at glennsmith.com. Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC. Get ready to smile.
Lifesavers Mission Thrift Store is the perfect place to find whatever you're looking for. Mission Thrift has an abundance of treasures just waiting for you to find. Antique furniture, classic books, brand name clothing, and so much more. Also, don't forget you can look your best for the big game this year with Auburn or Alabama gear that won't cost a fortune. Stop by Lifesavers Mission Thrift Store today at 2051 East University Drive in Auburn. Open Tuesday to Saturday from 10 till 5.
This is Coach Gliss, head coach of the Smith Station Panthers. Back to more Panthers football on FM Talk 93.9.
Why don't we say each 4-minute mark will come down to?
Welcome back here to Malik Harris. Your nose guard will be number 55, Carson Thomas. Moving to the second level, your linebackers will be number 2, Marquis Brooks, number 7, Terrell Morgan, number 1, Don Yakor, and number 46, Ethan Shufford. Your secondary will line up like this. Your corners will be number 23, Marquis Collins, and number 44, TJ Mahogany, and your safeties at the back end will be number 28, Shamond Oliver, and number 3, Dylan Carden. Walter Northcutt here to bring you the starting lineups on offense.
Let's go with my favorites. The big hogs up front,
yes,
baby.
Sir.
I like to get dirty and bloody. And Lucas will be your center on each side of him. On number 62, A.J. Braswell. Well, I'll be darned. I was number 62 and played left guard for the Auburn Baby Tigers, so I'm all in A.J.'s camp. Left tackle will be number 73, Trent Pearson. Right tackle, number 74, Charles Willis. At tight end, guy that can do it all is number 13, Jake Middleton. Split out by the other side of him be number 5, Synonym Williams. Slot receiver, number 9, the Rocket, Devon Pearman. And over on the other side, another Rocket, Maury Peabody. So plenty of good receivers going out. In the backfield, we'll start out at fullback. Number 22, Hunter Oates, and number 6, Iverson Jones will be in the backfield. You'll see a lot of number 20, Quentin Brooks back there too. The starting quarterback will be number 18, Jackson Greer. So that's your offensive firepower for our Smith Panthers.
Yeah, Greer been the starter all season long. We got some captains lined up in front of us. Let's take a second to find out who they are.
Well, for the Panthers, you're looking at number 10, Brandon Green, D-back, 11th grade, and that young rascal, he will scrap you to the end. He's a good hard-fought football player. Number 51, does that say 51?
That's 51 on the far side.
Well, I'll be darned. I can't see him on my Smith's roster here.
Yeah, I don't have him either.
Unless he's turned sideways, and that's a different number. What you got over here for Enterprise? Number 66. He's a big rascal.
For Enterprise, yeah, he's a good-sized young man.
That is Nicholas Cox, 6'6", 295.
I believe it.
Number 63 is Noah Battenberg, D lineman, 5'10", 185. And number 1, Aiden White, wide out, 6 foot 156. And number 8, Brinson Chapman, linebacker, 5'11", 165. I noticed their best receiver, number 11, is just a junior, but he is 6'4", 193 pounds, and they say can fly. But as Jadale Presley A lot of colleges looking at Jadell, but he won't be available tonight.
Yeah, you and I stopped by the concession stand a few minutes ago and saw Enterprise coming off the field from their pregame warm-ups. Number 11 not dressed out tonight. So
on crutches.
On crutches, yeah. So maybe a bit of a break there for the Panthers. They are meeting at midfield now.
You know, I noticed something about the Enterprise. I've been watching them for a long time. They're pretty big guys, but not the size that they've had in the past. Not the size of a Central or Auburn. Just don't look to be as big physically as they've been in the past.
Well, it's tough to be as big as Auburn is this year with the linemen they have, all of them.
Or Central. You know, when we played over there, Central's third team was averaged over 300 pounds. They were all freshmen. So Smiths were going to receive.
Yeah, I believe Enterprise won the toss and deferred. They shake hands and head to their respective sides, getting ready to run out on the tunnel.
Now, I'm going to let you do the fashion of what everybody's wearing from top to bottom. That's usually Bill's bailiwick. So
yeah,
I'm going to let you do that.
I'm used to having a video component alongside this, but you're right. Smith Station decked out in all black. They are a cool, crisp black tonight with some gold accents, and here they come running out of the tunnel. Smoke machines going. Smith Station High School flags coming out in front of them. Band playing the fight song.
It's hard to beat black and silver, almost the Raiders, but all black with the silver SS on the side of their helmet.
Yeah,
it's
a good look. It reminds me of Houston County High School near where I'm from. It's the exact same color scheme just about. And
of course, Enterprise will go with the gray pants with a blue and white stripe, white jerseys, blue numerals with Enterprise written across the chest, and good-looking helmets. A stripe that starts out broad in the front, narrows to the back.
Tapers off a little bit.
Yeah, has the E for Enterprise on the side.
So they got some helmet stickers, too, I believe. I believe those are paw prints.
Like the old Ohio. You know, when I was at Auburn, a manager, we had our players got helmet stickers. I think it was only for a couple years, but we gave out helmet stickers back when William Andrews, Brooks, and Cribbs, that team, when William Andrews was a senior, had 3 guys that ended up all-pro running backs and 2 others that played in the Super Bowl, George People and Chester Willis. 5 guys from the NFL in one backfield, and I keep hearing all these people talking about Auburn having a 2 and a 3-head monster. Well, that was a 5-headed monster back then.
Dominance back then for the Auburn Tigers. This has been the Panther pregame show brought to you by Smith Station Baptist Church. We are getting ready for the kickoff, brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. Like I said, Easton Renfro will handle the kicking and punting duties. Back deep for Smith Station. Oh, excuse me. I just said the wrong punter's name. But back deep for Smith Station, they'll receive first. That looks like number 23, Millis Smith. No, excuse me. Number 23, Marquis Collins. And number 10, Brandon Green, back deep for the black and silver. Enterprise set to kick off, and we are underway. Ball fielded at about the 15-yard line by Green. He will head to the far sideline. He's got a gap, makes one man miss. Now he's in a foot race down the far sideline. One man to beat at the 15, at the 10. He scores. Touchdown. Smith Station takes back the opening kickoff, and they have a 6-0 lead. There are no flags.
Well, that was our man, number 80. We talked about him on the coaches show the other night. Aubrey Wimberly. He's a D-back, only a 10th grader, and he can fly. We got a...
Oh, do we have a flag?
Yeah, the officials have started out early.
Oh, yeah. Well, that looks like it came late, and it's over on the Smith Station
sideline. It might be a sideline warning because the official got knocked down over there. Surely that won't stop the touchdown.
Right. Came after the play. And it should just be a warning. Shouldn't be anything enforced on the first offense.
No, it shouldn't be, but...
You never know so far this year.
Nope. Talked to one of the coaches in one of the 1A games. They had the official that at the first game that the Panthers played this year got through 15 flags. He beat that the other night. He threw 19 penalties by himself.
Golly.
That's just ridiculous.
At what point do you get tired of just pulling the flag out?
At what point do the other referees get tired and go over and choke him?
Do you think when we blame an entire officiating crew, sometimes it's just one bad apple?
I think you're right. I think that's probably more than you know, especially as hard as it is to get get referees at this level.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I tell you,
they take
I don't
what
want
they
to do it.
get. No, and that's the problem. And a lot of younger people just don't want to they don't understand how to put up with getting yelled at, or, the confrontation's never been their thing. And so they don't understand that. And that's what Coach Glisson's arguing with them.
Yeah, they're still talking to the coaches, have not received a signal yet. Here we go. Maybe.
Yep, he's going to go back and get Coach Glisson's attention again.
Yep. Still waiting. The special teams is out there for both units. But the Whitecap and Coach Glisson have had an extended discussion here.
The Whitecap is a buddy of mine. He's an attorney.
Ruling on the field is a touchdown, unsportsmanlike conduct after the play.
That's Andrew Stanley. He's a local attorney in Opelika. Good buddy of mine.
I feel like a lot of referees are lawyers,
well,
especially at the higher levels.
Ones. Yeah, because they're looking for know how to apply them rules.
Josh Child's going to handle the kicking duties, and he is true. 7-0. Panthers strike early. 11:45 left here in the first quarter. 7-0. We'll stay here.
What a way to start. You couldn't have, if
for
Coach
sure.
Glisson had rubbed a genie out of a lamp and wished for a start, that would have been it. And Wimberley was just flat flying.
Oh, yeah.
It is going to be a penalty assessed on the kickoff.
They called it unsportsmanlike conduct, not a sideline warning, so 15 yards, it looks like they'll be kicking off from the 25.
Yeah. Well, that would be a 15-yard penalty because you usually kick from the 40.
That's good math. Is there anything you can't do, Walter?
Huh?
Is there anything you can't do?
I hadn't found it yet, but I'm sure my wife got a list at home.
How's that cheeseburger treating you?
That cheeseburger's good, baby. Just right. Moist enough. You can't go to some of these places and they'll get all fired up with that charcoal burner starter and taste like you eating gasoline. But they did a good job here at Smith's. I need to take you down to Lochapoka one night. They have fried catfish, hot out of the grease down there.
This kickoff brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick and GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. It is fielded at the 25. And here we have another big hole coming around the other end. Enterprise down the far sideline. We're going to have a penalty behind the play. He's finally brought down at the 20. And I believe we're going to get a blindside block around the 50-yard line, so that might be coming back.
Yeah, that was totally uncalled for there. Guy just took a cheap shot. And the bad thing was, Green wasn't going to make the tackle, number 10. He just found him a good cheap shot and decided he'd take it.
Number 7, Tyson Cole on the return for Enterprise. He went a long way, but not going to get rewarded for it.
Now they'll mark it back from that spot too. What, another 15 yards?
Yep, the flag is laying right at the 48-yard line, the plus 48 for Enterprise.
Opelika Bulldogs have already gone up early. Up 7-0 over the Robert E. Lee Generals. I wonder if this is the last year we'll get to say Generals, or if they'll have their name changed by this time next year.
Yeah, they're under some fire to do that, aren't they?
Well, the school board's already said they're going to change it, and they did a survey thing. They said they weren't going to be bound by the outcome, but they did do a survey change and got new names for Carver, Jeff Davis. I don't know about Carver, but I know not Carver, because Carver's named after
Washington.
Carver. Yeah, George Washington
right?
Carver.
Yes.
And then Robert E. Lee, Jeff Davis, and Sidney Lanier are all going to change names.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 37. Here comes Enterprise offense. I believe that quarterback is Aiden White.
Smith gives some of it back there by jumping off into the neutral zone.
I've watched a little bit of Enterprise so far this week, and they like to do that a lot. They go hard count early and often.
Well, Bill made a good point, and so did, I think, several of the coaches. Why is high school the only sport where you can jump into the neutral zone and not get back?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Up.
And they got him again. Enterprise does that thing with their offensive line where they start with their hands on their hips. The quarterback says, get set, and then the offensive line jumps down to one hand. So without running a play, Enterprise has earned a first down.
You know, we used to call, Dallas offensive line used to do something like that, and we used to try to emulate them in high school.
It is a tough thing to pull off. Receiver in motion. Quarterback drops back to pass. He will put it in the air, overthrows everybody, incomplete. Second down and 10, took a lick on the play. Quarterback is number 14, Quentin Hayes.
I'll tell you what, Quentin's got a cannon.
Yeah, he let that thing rip, didn't he?
Yeah, and I mean, standing flat-footed, he didn't even have to step forward and threw it probably 35, 40 yards.
In comes the tight end, Wyatt Darlington.
Let's get a size on that 14 here.
14?
6'1", 180.
Yeah, it's a good-sized kid. Coming out in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the right side, 2 running backs in the backfield with
now
your
you
quarterback.
6'1", 180, you a man.
I am not 6'1".
We didn't jump in the neutral zone.
Didn't get in there.
Job.
Option. Quarterback's going to keep it around right in. Now he's in the open field, running across the field and brought down just shy of the 30. I call it marking down at the 34, I think, actually.
Yeah, it was Marquis Collins on the tackle. He saved a touchdown. 14, yep. As big as he is, I thought he'd have a little more breakaway speed, but his lateral speed, it wasn't as explosive as I thought. Keep talking. I'm going to try a little more of this hamburger.
Ball is officially down at the 34-yard line. Hayes in the backfield. 1 running back, 2 wide receivers to either side. From the left side, man in motion. He's going to pull. Quarterback's going to keep it straight up the middle. He'll gain about 4.
Got to come out, lost his helmet.
Oh, yeah, he did. Now, something I've seen on film this week, Walter.
What was that?
Enterprise, they like to run a funky offense. Sometimes they'll run it with Hayes, but a lot of times they'll pull in number 10, Wyatt Darlington, who's a tight end, and they'll run a version of the Notre Dame box in the year of our Lord, 2021.
Here it comes.
And here it comes. You got 5 offensive linemen, and then you got 3 guys in the backfield all to the right side, and no one is the clear quarterback. Running back's going to take it off the right end, and he has a big hole in front of him. He is dragging tacklers down to the 10-yard line. Probably going to mark him down at the 8. I believe that was number 22, Michael Johnson, on the carry.
Well, their offensive line, as we said, they're not big, but they're getting really good technique. They're coming up under the pads of our defensive linemen who are kind of standing up straight. They're locking up under them and then just pushing them backwards. So just good technique by the Wildcat line.
You also overload to that side and get you a ton of blockers on that side of the line, and it parted like the Red Sea. They'll come out and do it again. Same look to the other way. They will crisscross up the middle, and that will be a touchdown. Johnson, little counter play, went to the right side, and everybody was fooled, and we might have a bit of a dust up.
A little extracurricular, but they're okay now.
Yep.
Well, that's the thing about the Notre Dame box. There's a lot of faking, and it's in there tight, so you really can't tell where the ball is. You have to keep eye contact in the backfield.
Mm-hmm. It's assignment football.
There you go.
And they'll line up in the swinging gate formation. We'll see if they stay with it.
Well, they need a hold. No, I don't know where the holder is. He's lined up out here to the right.
And they will run a 2-point conversion. Quarterback's going to keep it himself, and he is in there. 2-point conversion is good. 8-7, 9:22 left here in the first quarter. Enterprise, really strong drive there. They got a first down without running a play, and I think they only had one play after that didn't go for 10 or more.
Well, yeah, they just kind of dominated up front, did a good job. I've got to make some adjustments in the middle, clog up that middle. If not, it'll be a long night. Now, Panthers are going to have to answer. Might have to go score to score with them. That's what happened with them in Prattville last week. It came down to a 1-point game. Last one to score 1 kind of deal. So, got to keep up with them right here offensively.
Yeah, the good news is your offense has not taken the field yet, and you already have 7 points. Maybe you can do that again. Just get a little bit lucky.
Talking about that Notre Dame box, how inventive was Newt Rockne? He went from a wedge and a Notre Dame box where everybody's lined up within, 5 yards of the ball, to inventing the pass, the forward pass. So the guy was always thinking outside the box.
Was a great.
Yeah, forgot his parachute, but other than that, he did a good job. Oops, too soon.
Oh, this kickoff is brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. 9:22 left in the first quarter, excuse me. We are not that deep into this game yet. 8-7. Enterprise leads, and the kickoff, there it goes. It is a squibber, hits at the 30, and it will roll out of bounds at the 20-yard line. So good field position here for Smith Station's offense to appear for the first time.
Be interesting to see kind of how we attack. They've got that big. They got the number 78. He's showed enough cornbread fed. Let's see how big that rascal is. 78 is going to be 6'3", 364.
That's a large
66.
young man. Jamel Thilsimi.
Yep, they're going to have to kick. Oh, they're going to kick it. They're going to make them kick it again.
Okay.
And that's pretty wise.
You got in a big special teams play already. See if he can do something with it. And that kicker apparently does not have the leg to boot it deep. Again, he kicked off from the 35. It hit at the other 30. It was a scud missile.
We can get him kick it out of bounds again or get it to Wimberley. And he wasn't kicking away from Wimberley. It went out of bounds right beside Wimberley on the far side.
Right.
And Wimberley's been effective all year returning the ball. Well, they got Wimberley on the near side now.
Once more from the 35.
Put Marquis Collins on the far side.
Your kicker is number 38, Amari Griffin.
I think Amari would be a guard if he wasn't a kicker.
A little more leg into that one, but again, it is going to roll out of bounds. This time around the 25 again.
Make them kick it again.
Yeah, just keep getting that field position.
This is the best march we've had in a while. Make them kick it again. So let's see, that'll be 5 or 10 yards back?
I'm not sure, but they're going to make Griffin kick it again.
Now, they could all, they don't have to kick.
They are pulling Griffin, I do believe.
Yeah, they could punt it. Little number 81's coming into the game, and that is Andrew Pickard, 5'8", 148. Just a sophomore.
He is a slight young man. And his ball fell off the tee. So now he's got to go back and reset it.
He's just a sophomore. He might have the nerves here.
Yeah, just a little bit. Hopefully. Maybe he'll kick it out of bounds again. From the 30 this time. Enterprise looking at very, very solid field position here.
No, Smith.
Smith, excuse me. That's more of a straight kickoff. Fielded at the 25. No, at the 20, excuse me. Going to take it to the far sideline and be wrapped up at the 30.
A lot of extracurricular going on back here.
There's some chippiness.
So, yeah, it's a little chippiness. Of course, we should have took the ball. Now hindsight, we should have took it after it went out of bounds the first time. We're back to our own 31 now.
I believe that was number 28, Shamond Oliver, on the return. And here comes the Smith Station offense. Jackson Greer is your quarterback. He's got 2 tailbacks in the backfield with him. 1 wide receiver to his right, 2 to his left. They will run the option pitch out here, trying to cut it back inside, and he is tackled at the 33, gain of about 2.
Yeah, just not a pretty option that time. The pitch relationship between your running back and your quarterback got confused, and he almost handed it to him as opposed to pitching it, and that allowed your defensive end really to cover both players.
Number 6, Iverson Jones on the carry here. Same formation, one to the left this time. Handoff to Jones up the middle. He is stonewalled. He'll put his shoulder down and drive his feet for a gain of about 3 or 4.
Yeah, we're going to have to do something, try to get a little space going up front.
And we'll say third down, and I'll say 5 to go.
My son, Spencer, and his new wife just got married last Saturday. They're listening from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, congratulations to them.
Yeah, he's like...
Greer going to roll out to his left, going to fire. Got a man open at midfield. He will dive forward to the 40, 45. That is Devin Pierman open for the first down and a little bit more.
Well, they negated that rush by rolling him and get him a little time. He's effective rolling to his left, not so much to his right.
Yeah, it's a good job by him of stopping, getting his feet set, and delivering a strike to the streaking Pierman coming across the field.
Yeah, but Spencer's kind of like his daddy. He married Miss Caroline. He married over his head, you know. Us Northcutt men bad about out-putting our coverage on that marriage.
That's what you got to do, right?
Oh, yeah, if you're smart.
Option here. Greer going to keep it, bouncing it back outside. Almost fumbled on the handoff, but is tackled after a gain of 2.
Let me tell you something.
Ran
I
that
don't know
option with
who
Jones.
the lead back that was going to block over there was Jones, number 6. And I mean, the linebacker on that side just knocked him back into the quarterback, made the quarterback change direction.
8-7 with 7 minutes and 18 seconds left here in the first quarter. Smith Station down by 1, but they have the ball and they're driving a little bit.
Well,
second down and 8.
You got Middleton in there now. Look for him or look for a fly pattern on the far side.
Almost got him to jump off sides. That big body in the middle of that Enterprise defense.
Yeah,
2 wide receivers stacked to either side and 1 tailback in the backfield with Middleton. That's Jones. Middleton's going to keep it on the option with Jones. Great tackle there by number 7, Tyson Cole, after a gain. I don't think he got anything. It was a one-on-one play, and Middleton good at making people miss, but he couldn't escape Jones.
Well, unless their corners are extremely fast, Smith all year, even against Prattville, we've had the speed to outrun people. So I'd look for us to go deep with Williams and Pierman. All that group, we can get behind the D-backs.
2 wide receivers to either side, 1 tailback in the backfield. I believe Greer is back in there at quarterback. 3rd down and 7. Greer's going to keep it, and he's hitting the backfield and got nothing, lost a yard. It's going to be 4th down and 8.
Yeah, that confounds me there because, you know, we hit the one pattern, the down and out down here, and let's face it, Greer's as accurate a quarterback as you're going to find. I'm surprised we didn't try. We had we had wideouts on both sides.
3rd down and 7, and you run an option play.
Yeah, and then to be honest with you, running hadn't been our forte in the early going here.
Punt formation. Gets it off against the strong rush. Bit of a lame duck punt. Fielded at the 25. He came up and got it. And pushed out of bounds at the 45. Great awareness there from number 22. Yeah, it's number 22, Michael Johnson.
That was very lackadaisical play by our coverage team. They saw the ball rolling along. They just ran past it, and he saw it the whole way.
Yep.
He saw the ball hit and saw them running past him. We're lucky that we were able to come up and tackle him, or at least just force him out of bounds, because if we don't, that's 6 for the Wildcats.
1st and 10 from the 49. 5 minutes, 31 seconds here. Wildcats with the ball, up 1 point.
Their center might have the mullet of the year. Look at that blonde hair.
It is flowing out of the back of that helmet, isn't it?
Rascals.
Bit like Tyler Fromm last week.
Go. That's good. Now we're lining up far enough we can jump, not be off sides.
Running back keeps it up the middle, and he is into the open field, weaving his way through traffic. He'll be tackled at the 40. That'll be enough for a first down, just enough.
Yeah, a lot of arm tackling there.
Number 3, Andrew Purcell.
Looked like a bunch of freshmen at the homecoming dance trying to slow dance. All arms there. We got to lock up on them. Can't be doing that.
Slippery rascal. Hayes back in at quarterback. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tailback in there. Looks like they got an H-back back there in that backfield. Man comes in motion. Give up the middle to the tailback. And he'll be ridden down after a gain of 5.
You know, you made a good point earlier that they're not breaking big runs, but we're not getting any contact until they're 4 or 5, 6 yards down the field. And then you got safeties coming up making the tackle. We got to get contact up along the line of scrimmage if we're going to stop this running game. But you got to keep your eye on the ball. That's our problem. We're not finding the ball.
Hayes, 1 tight end to his left, 2 wide receivers to his left, and 2 backs flanking him on either side in the backfield. 2nd down and 4 from the 25. And we'll have a stoppage at play. It looks like we have a false start, maybe. I'm not sure who moved first.
Well, usually the official throws his flags on the side of the. Oh, it was the wideout lined up off sides on the far side.
Yep, so that'll back him up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 10 now.
But usually the wideout's supposed to turn to the official and say, "Am I okay?"
Yeah, say I'm on.
Yeah. But
They'll huddle
evidently
back up.
him was off on that one.
Looks like it. We'll call it 2nd down and 9. Hayes in the backfield got an H-back to his right, a running back to his left, 1 wide receiver on that right side, and 2 on the left. Going left to right in front of us on your radio dial, as Bill Bailey likes to say. Play action over the middle. Caught it on that slant pattern in a foot race. Tripped up. Nope, he stayed on his feet. That is a touchdown. I believe that's Michael Johnson gets a receiving touchdown from Hayes. And it is 14-7 with 3 minutes and 43 seconds left here.
And I'm going to tell you what, the offensive line, they blocked it out and opened a wall, an alley for him to throw down. That was a beautiful conceived play right there.
Swinging gate again, trying to convert. They will not convert this time. So it remains 14-7, 1 possession game here. 3 minutes, 43 seconds left in the first quarter. So it says Smith Station takes back the opening kickoff for a touchdown. And since then, it's been all Enterprise.
Yeah, got to get something going. Got to get a little separation. It may be that we're trying to counteract that strong rush by running the ball, hoping to get around them. But we're going to have to get enough protection for Greer to start throwing the tater around now.
So far he's 1 for 1 for a game of about 13 yards. So might want to start airing it out a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Again, I'll say it. We have got some speed on the outside. You got Wimberly, Perryman, Middleton. I mean, it just goes on and on.
Middleton's a good-looking athlete, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
You look at him and go, yeah, that's a tight end for sure.
Oh, yeah. Or an H-back at the next level. I don't know if he's big enough to be a tight end at the next level, but he's certainly big enough to be an H-back. I was talking to Coach Glisson before the game, and he was telling me at one time, they were going to remodel the stadium and make this the home side, but now they've decided keep the home side over there and remodel the press box on that side.
This kickoff brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. It is fielded at the 20 and dancing, ducking, and trying to find the lane.
He fumbled the ball. They took the ball away from him.
Yep, that is Enterprise ball.
It never hit the ground. They just stripped it away from him.
Just took it right out of his hands. He was looking for an alley to cut through, trying to make another play, and he lost the ball, and Enterprise has it.
Yeah, that's
an extremely good field position. It'll be at the 30.
Let's see who that kid was. Number 5, Eric Winters, just a 9th grader, 5'9", 195. You can tell these guys hit the weight room. Like you said, that 10 for them, he looks like a linebacker / tight end.
Hayes back in there as your quarterback. 3 wide receivers to your right, one of them in the slot, one to the left, one tailback on his right side. Run the option here. He will keep it himself. Now he'll pitch it. Late pitch there, looking for a hole, and he will have the first down to about the 17-yard line.
Tell you what, good blocking by the wideout that time over here, as he took his man and ran him to the sideline, and so there was nobody to force him back into the middle.
Tell you, I do not have a 3 for Enterprise, but number 2, Samuel Whitaker, is listed as a running back, so I'm assuming that's who that is. It looks like a 3, might be tucked up into his jersey a little bit. So I'm going to say that's Whitaker at your tailback. 2 wide receivers to the left and a running back, and 1 wide receiver to the right of Hayes. Now that wide receiver will come in motion. Hayes will fake it to him and keep it himself right up the middle. Gets hit hard at about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that's number 45 for Smith that hit him. But again, we're not hitting them until they break the line of scrimmage, and that was number 45, Robert Sanborn. Robert has played good ball all year. He's just a junior. Tell you, this right here is a big series. Need to stop them. Don't let them score another touchdown here before the end of the first quarter. 2:20 left before the end of the first. and it's 14-7.
Yeah, that fumble on that kickoff might turn out to be big. We'll see. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 running back to the right, and 1 wide receiver to the left. Play action, slant over the middle, and touchdown. Michael Johnson has, his 3rd touchdown of the first quarter?
Yeah, and I don't know that
kid's a good athlete.
I don't know that we're manning up because there's no safety help in the middle, so we got to be manning up on them on the outsides and just leaving no safety help. We might need to go zone, try to close up that middle, or they're just going to keep picking at it all night.
Yep, Hayes with his 2nd touchdown throw. Michael Johnson with his 3rd touchdown overall. Point after attempt on the way. Nope, we jumped off sides again. Smith Station did. So that'll move them, I think, 1 yard closer.
No, half distance to the goal, which is 1 yard because you're snapping it from you're snapping it from the 3.
So from the 3 to the 1.5.
There you go.
And they're probably going to snap down again. They do. We do not jump this time. Kick is up, and the kick, it is good. So it is 21-7 with 2 minutes and 6 seconds left here in the first quarter. Enterprise really got to get something going. That fumble turned out to be pretty big, and really all they've had so far is the opening kickoff return for a touchdown, but other than that, not a whole lot of signs of life from Smith Station.
Yeah, got to get something going. Don't know what the offense is going to do. Right now, they're just dominating. Oh, well, of course, a screen, when you're getting dominated by a D-line like that, let them go through. Let them think they're dominating you, and then just dink it in right behind them. And go downfield on a screen play could be good, or a draw. If you can get past that initial rush on a draw, that would be a good play. But you got to do something to slow down that pass rush. Most effective pass play we've had is when Greer's been able to roll to his left.
I believe that's the only pass play we've had so far. This kickoff is brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. 2 minutes, 6 seconds left here in the first quarter. 21-7. Enterprise going to kick off 2 Smiths.
Touchdowns keep going like this, everybody at Glenn Smith's going to be smiling. We get to mention them a lot.
Enterprise is smiling pretty wide right now. Up 21-7 here in the first quarter. Andrew Pickard set to kick off. That looks like an onside kick, and it is recovered, well played by number 21, Stone Vance. Good hands up there, didn't get fooled.
Well, when you're up 21-7 in the first quarter, you pretty much think your defense isn't going to give anything up when you onside kick. Give the other team the ball at their own 48-yard line.
Yep, good play there from Vance. Good heads-up play. Didn't get sucked into being worried about his blocking assignment and made sure the ball went past him, and it didn't. Smith Station comes out, heavy set to the right side. 3 wide receivers in a bunch. High snap. Greer comes down with it, looking to pass. Wasn't open, and he'll be sacked back to the 40. That'll be a loss of 8. Not an ideal play.
Well, first the snap and was like a rocket, and so he volleyballed it up in the air, caught it, and I think might have still had time to get it out of there, but by the time he took a step forward, they just collapsed on him.
He pump faked it, but
and it wasn't a lineman either. I think it was a linebacker that hit him initially.
If he didn't, there were other white jerseys descending. Looking over to the sideline, getting the play. Play clock down to 15. Same formation, bunch set to the right. One running back to the right. Greer will run that way. Loads up, fires, open.
Got him.
Is Pierce, and he dropped it. It hit him in the chest, and he dropped it.
On the 25-yard line. Of course, he had to turn and be running backwards because it wasn't thrown far enough.
Slightly underthrown by Greer, but he was open. There was no one within 5 yards of him.
He was stumbling backwards, but that's one of those you got to catch to make a difference in a ball game right there. Man, that was a tough play. But I telling you, we got the speed to beat them.
You've proven you can get open in this game. Devin Pierman has gotten open, and Peabody has gotten open so far. You got some good athletes on the outside. They will split 2 wide receivers to either side, and Jones will line up to Greer's left. They will motion Pierman to the right side. Snap. Loads up and throws. Underthrown. Incomplete.
Well, he got kissed right in the smacker that time. as the cornerback from the far side blitzed.
Yep.
And so he couldn't get the ball down the field because he couldn't take a step and throw the ball with any power on it.
Yep. Enterprise showing a lot of exotic looks on defense. They are bringing different bodies just about every time. Punt formation here on 4th and 17. 1:09 left in the first quarter. Punt gets off. It is a low line drive. Touched at the 35. That's where it'll be marked down. Almost some extracurricular stuff, but
what happened
Enterprise wanting a flag, but I don't think they're going to get one.
Well, what happened was the ball bounced. It hit one of Smith's players. He tried to catch it, and then after he tried to catch it, it bounced back and bounced off of an Enterprise player. But at that time, the ball was already dead, so the Enterprise player
caught one in the back for nothing.
But to be honest with you, the Enterprise player could have ran with the ball. The ball wasn't downed. It wasn't dead.
But it was touched.
Yeah.
And that does not mean that the ball's dead.
Yeah.
As Mississippi State found out last week.
Exactly.
21-7, under a minute left to go here. Hayes will toss to his running back around left end. That is a gain of 6 or 7. Ooh, no, they're going to give him 9 on that carry.
Yeah. And he earned every bit of it, too. He just drug tacklers along. But they're doing it the right way. They softened up the middle repeatedly, getting 4 or 5 a carry. Now we're trying to pull down, stop the middle, and they're able to get outside. We've got to have containment.
Samuel Whitaker on the carry. Call it 2nd down and 2 here from the 43. 21-7. Enterprise does not, well, they do have to snap this ball. Hayes brings a wide receiver in motion. That's Johnson. He will keep it himself on a play action throw. Almost intercepted. And then almost complete. It is incomplete. Trying to get it to Zaire Boyd.
Yeah, good pass rush that time. It looks like, is that 46? Yeah, that's 46 for the Panthers.
Ethan Shufford, just a sophomore.
Shepard got to him, hit him pretty good. And like you said, had it not been such a low throw, Smith's had a chance to pick that one off. 11.9 seconds. What you got, 3rd and short?
3rd and 2, according to the scoreboard.
Yeah, you better go with your eyeballs. Sometimes that scoreboard.
It looks pretty accurate from here. Hayes takes the snap, gives to his tailback. He will cut up the middle. He has the first down past midfield. Tackled at the 48. And that will bring us to the end. Well, probably. Once they set these chains up, it'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Yep.
And there it goes. 21-7. Enterprise has the ball, and they are driving. We will take a quick break and come back with more action. You are listening to Smith Station Panther football here on FM Talk 93.9.
Shed Garden Shop and choose from a wide variety of landscaping and flowers, along with the area's best selection of planters, beautiful fountains, bird baths, and lots of gardening gifts. Feel free to ask for landscaping advice too. The Potting Shed Garden Shop at the corner of Moores Mill and Society Hill Road in Auburn. Please remember when shopping to keep social distancing in mind. Be sure to like the Potting Shed on Facebook.
The Potting Shed Garden Shop, now open Monday through Saturday from 8:30 to 5.
We're your exclusive home for Smith Station football. FM Talk 93.9.
Welcome back here. We're coming back in the middle of a play, and it looks like Michael Johnson just took another one almost all the way. He was pushed out at the 5-yard line on an option. Good read there. And
I think he's going to be inside the 46-yard run. No, 52-yard run.
Yeah, Michael Johnson, another big carry, trying to get his 4th touchdown of the game already.
But again, their wideout did a great job kicking out the containment and there was nobody down the sideline to touch him till he got down to about the 3-4 yard line is where they're going to mark it.
Walter, I believe you and I could have gotten a first down on that carry.
Baby, let's don't get crazy out here.
They're in the box. Johnson will take it, and he will walk in untouched.
Well, they pulled a guard, kicked out. Just a good play down there on the goal line. And right now, they've got the Panthers with their hands on their hips, breathing heavy.
Yeah, Michael Johnson has scored 4 touchdowns here in this one. He is a pretty good-looking football player. They will line up in the swinging gate and then bring it back. They will attempt a traditional extra point.
He's 5'10", 170.
And he runs bigger than that. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is also good. 28-7 with 11:18 left here in the second quarter. Smith Station took back the opening kickoff, and from there it has been all Enterprise.
Oh, yeah. And interesting thing about that kicker, I'd like to see him at some distance. He doesn't really follow through. He just kind of gets enough contact on it to push it up in the air. Be interesting to see how he does at any kind of distance. I'm going to say this is a big drive for the game right here. If you go down 35-7 without picking up some first downs or eating up some clock, that's just not going to bode well for the...
Let's take a quick second to go down to our sideline guy, Chris Tarno. Chris, what do you have for us? Chris, are you there? All right, we do not have Chris at the moment. We will try to get a hold of him. This kickoff will be brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
81 back in there kicking now.
Andrew Pickard, the sophomore.
He might have found him a spot tonight.
Yeah, a little bit of trouble from their starting kicker.
Just 4 seconds left on the play clock. He better kick her in a hurry.
Yeah. They get it off towards the near sideline, fielded at the 10. Now taking it across to the other side, looking for a lane. He'll be wrapped up and tackled around the 30-yard line. And that is where Smith Station will start this next drive.
Well, we went with that tight bunch formation the whole series last time. See if we can spread them back out a little bit and use some of that speed. Well, where we were effective a couple weeks ago was in the middle, hitting people about 10, 15 yards down in the middle. Might look for some more of that to come along here.
Looks like we got a new quarterback in there. Might be running some form of the Wildcat. No, he will look to throw. No, handoff up the middle. Big hole if he can get around. Nope. Couldn't get around him. Great tackle there.
Well, it was
Number
a draw.
5, Eric Winters.
Delayed handoff up the middle, or more commonly called a draw play. Quarterback runs like he's scrambling or going to roll to his right, and he just leaves it with the back. That time, just good stay-at-home defense is all that was.
Quentin Brooks got the carry on that, and the tackle was made by Eric Winters, a 6'2", 185-pound freshman.
Whew.
That is a good-looking athlete to be one so young. Option play here. Quarterback going to keep it straight up the middle. His helmet got knocked off after a gain of a few.
Yeah, you don't see that much. For a while there, it really got to be a problem in college and in high school. People, but the rule that says you got to come out makes a big difference. So he'll leave the game.
Yep, you got to buckle up your chin strap. That is Devin Pierman getting a few snaps at quarterback there, and Greer back in the game now. 3rd down and 5.
Need a first down right here. Snap the ball. Got them. Oh, they're bringing everybody.
Yeah, they are.
Beautiful pass.
Oh, wow. That's really good defense there. And we got a flag back around the line of scrimmage, trying to get it to number 29, Jalen Bibbs.
I'm going to tell you what, 9 broke on it perfectly. That was a good play.
Keon Dunlap, another big young man, and 6'1", 190-pound defensive back, only a sophomore.
Is holding on the Panthers. That'll be declined.
And 4th down and 5.
4th down and, I don't know. He's going to put it on the far side this time. Yeah, that was a nice break there. Didn't use that backhand to put on the receiver. A lot of kids will get an interference call with that. just reached around him and snatched it out of his hands. Good play.
Yep. Greer under a lot of pressure couldn't get that accuracy of front of his hip versus back of his receiver's hip and allow the DB to make a break on it. Punt formation. Punt is a low line drive. It will roll. Takes a pretty solid roll here.
Yeah, down to the
31. Right at the 31. Good punt.
See what got to stop them here now. 28-7, 9:45 left in the second quarter. Of course, the game hadn't exactly sped along, even though most of it's been running by.
It's been a lot of punts, and a lot of touchdowns.
Enterprise reminds me of the old Vestavia teams. They're not huge, but they're precise.
And they're big enough, and they know what they're doing.
But they know their role, and they know their technique, and that overcomes a lot.
Hayes will option it to his tailback around left end. He will be tackled right at the sticks. That's Samuel Whitaker on the carry again. And I don't think they're going to give him the first down, but it'll be second down and less than a yard.
Well, Alden White did a great job out here on the corner of hooking the defensive cornerback and blocking him. 22's hurting. I don't know if the coaches have seen that yet, but
Michael Johnson is limping.
He's limping pretty good.
Heavily favoring that right leg. What a loss that would be for the Wildcats.
Yeah, they need to take care of that rascal.
2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hayes will little RPO action, gets it out to his receiver. It's enough for a first down. That's Aiden White on the reception. Don't see that very often.
I'd like to see him have to make a throw with a little touch on it. Because so far, everything he's thrown tonight's either been down the middle or an out pattern where he can just crank it up and throw it on a beam. The first play he tried to arch it, he overthrew everybody. I think the cheerleaders on the far end couldn't even caught that one. I mean, he uncorked that baby.
Out here in the Notre Dame box again. And for these plays, your quarterback, quote unquote, is Wyatt Darlington.
Oh.
Yep, and there's another offsides penalty. Well, they left Hayes in there, and he got the snap, but he was running that play. It was a designed run to the left all the way, but another offsides penalty. Those come early and often. Like I said, they will have a second down and 5 right at the plus 49.
No, it'll still be first and 5.
Oh, you're right.
That's a good position to start in right there.
Mm-hmm. Would make the game a lot easier if you only had to go 5 yards for a first down. Heavy set to the left. Hayes is your quarterback. He will not get the snap. Snap goes to a tailback right up the middle. Did he fumble the ball? No, he did not fumble. And he will carry up the middle for a gain that is enough for the first down. It'll be first down and 10 from the 44-yard line going in. 7 minutes, 45 seconds left, 28-7. Enterprise with the ball and driving again.
Yeah, just not good eye discipline on keeping up with who's got the ball in the backfield. Of course, if you stand up and try to do too much looking, you're going to get pushed out of the way.
Heavy set to the left. We'll get the ball again. See Parts for him on that left side, and he has a pretty easy gain. Not touched until he's about 5 yards down the field. It will be second down and 4.
Yeah, flashy is not a term you use for their offense, but 54 is going to come out now, and I mean, that looks like an arm. Yeah, it looks like an arm or a collarbone type, the way he's holding that left arm.
Yeah, he does not look like he's having fun right now.
Yeah, I've had both collarbones broken. It can be somewhat painful.
I've never had a serious injury in my playing days, but...
Oh, this wasn't even in my playing days.
Little crisscross up the middle, counter action. Smith Station stacks it up pretty good. It'll be a gain of 2. It'll be third down and short.
Yeah, shortest gain we've held them to.
Yep. Great. Like you keep talking about eye discipline. That's a great job on that inside counter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, stayed home, stayed up under him, really pushed the offensive line back a couple steps, able to break off and make the tackle.
Michael Johnson coming back into the game for Enterprise. Looks like he's feeling a lot better on that leg.
Going under 6:20 now. Going to be a timeout.
Yep.
Going to be the Panthers. So why don't we take a timeout and go back to the station for a quick break?
Let's do it. 28-7, Enterprise leading your Smith Station Panthers. You are listening to Smith Station football here on on FM Talk 93.9.
This just in. Auburn Bank has completed their 114th year of serving their community. This next one goes out to Auburn Bank, champions of you. Touchdown, Auburn Bank. The champions of you are 114-0.
I got you.
Welcome to Auburn Bank. How can we help?
I hear y'all are undefeated.
Helping you achieve your financial goals is our goal. Visit championsofyou.com to see how we can serve you. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC.
This is Coach Gliss, head coach of the Smith Station Panthers. Back to more Panthers football on FM Talk 93.9.
Welcome back. 3rd down and 1. King under pressure, flushed out, and he had to get rid of it under immense pressure there. Great job coming off that right side by Don Yakor, the senior linebacker.
Core's played the best ball tonight as far as getting any pressure on the quarterback. You know, he made him underthrow one earlier when he popped him in the jaw. So
their offense is staying out there, and they're
going to go to the box. They took the quarterback out.
Again, Wyatt Darlington, 5'11", 198-pound sophomore. And he is your signal caller. Does not mean he will get the ball. Again, Michael Johnson back in the game for Enterprise. See what they do. Play clock down to 10. Snap goes to Johnson, looking for a hole. He will have the first down just barely. Smith Station is collapsing better on those inside runs, but still can't get enough to get consistent stops.
Yeah, defensive line, Big Moye got a big push that time right up in the middle of the line, and the linebacker sealed. Of course, they didn't have that far to go for a first down, so.
Yeah, like you said, Jamarcus Moye getting some big push, ended up making the tackle.
He's a big old rascal himself.
Yeah. Back to a traditional offense. Quentin Hayes in the shotgun. Everybody's to his right, and Smith Station jumped off sides again.
Yeah, I don't know what they moved them back. The coaches moved the defensive lineman back a yard in case you had to jump, but our nose guard's kind of short and stout, and once he got moving forward, there wasn't no stopping until he was about 2 steps in the backfield.
It's a lot of forward momentum to stop. First down and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hayes will pitch it to him. That's Johnson around right end. He is tripped up, stays on his feet, dancing along that far sideline. He will have the first down and more. Looks like it'll be 1st and goal from the 9.
That was a nice decision by the quarterback. He ran it until he knew that the cornerback had to make a decision, and when he made the decision to go for the quarterback, it was a nice, easy toss right up in the air, and they kept a good a pitch ratio there. They didn't get too close, and that way he was just able to lay it out in front of him and let him run with it. You like that pitch ratio, baby?
Yeah, pitch.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of option football when it's done right.
Oh, yeah.
4 wide receivers, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback keeper up the middle on the play action. He is dragging guys and tackled, but not before he gets to the end zone. Touchdown. Quentin Hayes does it himself.
Yeah, it was 8 yards out before we got anybody to get a hand on him. The hole was really huge.
Let's take a moment and head down to our sideline guy, Chris Tarno. Chris, what have you got for us?
I don't know what there was. 10 seconds.
Trying to get a hold of Chris. It looks like Enterprise is 1 man short on that kickoff unit. Here's Chris.
They're running a lot of misdirection. They're missing a lot of tackles. The biggest thing is we're just missing a ton of tackles. And
game
We're just missing a ton of tackles, guys. They're not doing anything fancy. They're not doing anything that really is unexpected. I've been listening to the coaches. We're jumping off sides, and we've got to hold our composure on the offensive line. on the defensive line. But they're not doing anything that's unexpected. Literally, we just got a penalty down here on this. I think we jumped again. But again, the biggest thing is we've got to hold our tackles. We've got to get them down when we actually wrap them up. They're just breaking a lot of tackles. Again, they're not throwing the ball on us down the field all over the place. Nothing the coaches, from what I can tell, they're not doing anything fancier that the coaches didn't expect. So we'll see what we can do. I'm going to have to recover at halftime.
Thank you, Chris. We will head back to Chris. When we head to halftime, you will have Coach Glisson for an interview. For now, the extra point is up, and it is good. 35-7, Enterprise leading with 4 minutes and 28 seconds left here in the first half. And Walter, like Chris said, just some eye discipline problems right now. They're not holding their lanes. They're not staying on sides. That's kind of where it starts. A lot of pre-snap penalties here tonight from the Panther defense. And
well, all those kind of penalties are what I've always been taught was focus penalties. You're losing focus. You're jumping off sides repeatedly. You're not hitting the right gap. Just focus stuff that you mentally have to do as much as physically. And Chris really hit it on the head when he's talking about our tackling. A lot of arm tackling and not getting any contact with them till they're 4, 5, 6 yards down the field. And me and you couldn't have got through that hole we talked about earlier, but we could certainly run for 5 or 6 yards if nobody was going to grab us.
Oh, yeah. And just to point out some of that discipline like Chris talked about, and on that extra point, there was a delay of game, so it pushed him back 5 yards, and then Smith Station jumped off sides, gave him those 5 yards back. Here is your Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC kickoff. Get ready to smile. Kickoff taken at the 25. He will run it out to the 30.
I'm surprised about Enterprise's kicking game. They have one of the best soccer programs in the state. And you would think with that kind of soccer program, you could get one or two of those guys to come out and play football. Most of the time, they're pretty good at soccer. You know, if you're good at soccer, you can find a kicker, you would think, out of all those guys. So I'm a little surprised at the lack of depth or lack of ability on their place kicking game.
4 minutes, 21 seconds. Smith Station with the ball, trailing 35-7 from the 30-yard line. We have a screen here. It is overthrown and incomplete, out of bounds. I'm not sure if that was a forward pass or not, but they're going to call it incomplete. Trying to get it to Pierman on the outside. Yeah,
I don't think this referee, he wasn't really thinking about it. And then he looked at the head man, Mr. Andrew Stanley, and Andrew said, well, was it a fumble or a pass? So he said incomplete, break for the Panthers. Well, it went out of bounds, so it wouldn't have turned over. It would have just been 5 yards further back.
Yeah, he fired that about 2 or 3 feet too high. Bunch set to the right.
Oh, that's holding.
Yeah, that should be a penalty. There's the flag. Trying to get it to Emmanuel Adams. Little quick slant. And the receiver got a little greedy tugging on that jersey.
Yeah, Amari Peabody's so fast. The senior, he blew by him, and he just reached up and grabbed both hips, held on, got pulled down the field like he was water skiing. And Peabody's another one. He's shown really good speed this year. I would say receiver-wise, speed-wise, you know, these guys are track kind of speed.
Yep. Same formation, trip set to the right, a bunch of pullers. They will hand off to the tailback up the middle. Pretty decent gain here. It'll be second down, it'll be second down and 5 after a good carry on that play, around right side.
I'm going to tell you what, that little number 97 for them, I say little, he's 5'5", 230, but he can flat out run, and he is not 230. 230 might have been when he got out of school, but 230 is not his weight.
When we head to halftime, we will have the halftime show, courtesy of Mr. Ryan Lavoie back in our station in Auburn.
Oh, that Ryan he can score them up.
Yeah, he can. And we'll give you a scoreboard show for the ages for halftime. Hand off up the middle, Jones. He will pick up 3. It'll be 3rd down and about 3 yards to go.
I'm telling you what, when big number 78, all 366 pounds, jumps on your back, you ain't going far.
No.
Because you're going down. Hey, did I tell you the other day after the wedding, it was about lunchtime, so dressed in our wedding attire, Mr. Spencer and Caroline and the rest of the group, we went to Byron's Barbecue for a little semi-reception. Yeah,
Nice.
ate lunch in our attire. I was looking good, of course.
3rd down and 4. Under 3 minutes to go here. Smith Station trying to get on the board, trying to get more on the board before halftime. Quick slant, incomplete. Trying to get it to Peabody.
Well, the problem there was the snap was kind of off, and he was really trying to fumble and get the ball, get the laces, find the laces on the ball, and by the end, time he got it off, the receiver had already made his cut, and the D-back was with him.
They'll spread it out a little bit here. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. And we will have a timeout before this 4th down and 3 attempt.
Yeah, the Smith coaches were trying to get them to hurry up because they caught Enterprise off guard, and the Enterprise coaches got a timeout, but the Smith coaches were saying, roll it, roll it, roll it.
Mm-hmm.
So now where'd you play? Where are you from?
Where am I from? I am from Perry High School in
I know
Perry,
where
Georgia.
Perry High School is.
Perry, Georgia.
Yeah, I courted a girl in college at Auburn that was from Perry.
I did. I was a Perry Panther. My freshman year I wore 64. My sophomore year I wore 62.
There you go. Did you keep it?
I did not keep it.
Oh,
I
man.
moved to 50 my junior year and stayed with it my senior year.
I was 50 in junior high.
But I
was
did
a
play guard.
fullback.
I did play guard.
I was a fullback in junior high. Believe
Nice.
that. Wasn't very
I
good.
wanted to play fullback.
Yeah, Coach Don Roberts was the man wise enough to realize that I should move on down to the offensive line.
4th down and 3 from right at midfield. And Smith Station is going to run a trick here. It looks like they're about to run their punt team. No, most of the offense runs off. Here comes the punt team. Play clock hits 10. Trying to catch Enterprise off guard before they punt this
Well, they
ball.
were trying to get them to jump.
That is probably the best punt we've seen all year. Fair catch called for at the 21. And that is where Enterprise will take over. That's a really good punt.
Well, most of the time his punts have been, he's got off some 55-yarders or more because he gets great bounces.
Mm-hmm.
That time that was all in the air. So 35-7 with 2:33 left before the award-winning halftime show.
Yep, our halftime show will be brought to you by Jeffcoat Trent Funeral Home and Crematory in Opelika. Again, Ryan Lavoie back in our studios on South College Street in Auburn. We'll have a scoreboard show for you.
And we appreciate the Jeff Coat Trent doing that.
Yes, we do, absolutely.
Leaves us no dead air at halftime. Bump, bump.
That was pretty good. All right, Enterprise brings a wide receiver in motion. Hayes will drop back to throw. He will fire it over the middle, almost intercepted. Number 23, Marquis Collins, got a hand on it, but it was overthrew everybody and incomplete.
Yeah, Collins had good coverage on him that time, but I'd love to see that guy how far he can really throw it.
Yeah, just plant his feet and rip
Again,
one.
that was 50 yards or more, just
Yeah.
throwing it off his back foot.
And he didn't get a whole lot of air under it either.
No.
That was
But now that's the thing. We have not seen him have to throw any pass with any touch on it tonight.
Quentin Hayes, very strong arm. They'll come out in the box again. Nope. No, they won't. Just a couple of bunch formations. Wide receiver comes across the formation. They will float it to him. Wheel route to Johnson. He has it at the 40, and he'll be written down. They'll mark him at the 46.
That was such a well-conceived play.
Johnson is holding on to that arm. He might be hurt again. He will come off.
They faked. They put him in motion, ran him in front of the quarterback. Quarterback faked the handoff to him coming in front of him, and then just waited till he was able to get all the way to the outside and turn up. Of course, that's good blocking. You got to have good blocking to let it develop that long. But what a good play! Now they're going to take Johnson and bring him over here to the side and put the about 3 feet on this side of the tight end, who's now at quarterback position.
Yep. And there's that box formation again. And we'll get a flag here. White hat throws a flag. Feels like a false start, and it is. On Enterprise, they'll have it 1st and 15 from their 41 now.
You remember that old song, Backfield in Motion? Or is that too young, too old for you?
I don't know that one.
Oh, man, that's a classic.
Minute 46 left. Enterprise leading 35-7, and they are driving here.
Hey, guess what dropped today?
What dropped today?
A new episode of Ted Lasso.
I've never watched Ted Lasso, but I feel like it's something I'd like.
I thought you were more cultured than that.
Hayes has it, will keep it around right in, tripped up past the line of scrimmage. He will gain 4. It'll be 2nd down and 11.
That's what I'm saying about him. He doesn't have that explosive speed. Again, he should have gone outside, but he decided just to cut it up. Got a rifle for an arm, but just doesn't seem as fast as a lot of quarterbacks we've seen this year. They're going to go back to the box and kind of put him to the side of the running back again.
He will take the snap. Fumble on the handoff. Ball is on the ground. Let's see who has it. Smith Station is pointing, and a player comes out with it. Number 3, Emmanuel Adams, came out of that pile just scot-free, holding the ball in the air.
Yeah, that was a good play that time. That's the other number 3. That's Dylan Carden.
You're right?
Yeah. And Dylan's uncle coaches for Beulah. And Dylan had some looks. I believe they told me Huntington or Faulkner. One of them's been talking to Dylan. And he's another one like Green. I mean, those two little guys, they'll scrap with you. Mm-hmm. You want them in a foxhole with you because they'll show scrap.
Not the biggest guys, but willing to get the job done. Willing and able. All right. Smith Station gets a turnover. 2 wide receivers stacked to either side. Greer drops back to pass. Wide receiver floated out just a little bit too far at him. Had him open in the flat with room to run, but just couldn't quite get a hand on it.
Yeah, kind of
trying to get it to Iverson Jones.
Below his ankles, so he couldn't pull it in. But that was our wheelhouse play or wheel route. And, it was open. Thought we had some room to trot that time.
Jones could have run for a little bit in the open field, but could not make the catch. But I feel like you circle that on your play sheet and come back to it later in the game. 2nd down and 10. Ball is at the 41 going in. And a timeout got called.
Timeout by Smith.
Yep, trying to get that offense set. We'll stay here. Let's take a second. Head down to our sideline man, Chris Tarno. Chris, what do you have for us? Trying to get a hold of Chris here.
I'm not sure where Chris is held up on which end.
You got me?
Yeah, there you are.
Go ahead.
Are you there?
Yeah.
I should be coming in a second. Listen, we recovered, and I think we'll see a couple passes here to try to get us.
Yeah, Chris going in and out there on that far sideline. Little reverse action here. It's wide open. We're going to get a flag back. We're going to be holding on somebody. Some little reverse action, but will be brought back probably.
Tell you what, not a real good effort by Williams out here on the wide out.
Back, and I think we the thing is just discipline. Hands go up and down before they snap the ball and jump off sides. We've jumped off 6 or 7 times. So
tell you what, that time Williams was the wideout out here, and he was just standing there leaning on 22. They were just holding each other up. And
was it called on him?
No, but
okay.
22. When the guy came around the end, they were just leaning on each, kind of holding each other up, and he just stepped to the side and made the tackle. You got to have a little more fight, a little more effort than that, I think.
Yeah. Second down and 25 after the holding penalty. He will launch it on a go route. Oh, great job coming back to it. And he will be brought down at the 20-yard line. Great catch by Sionan Williams.
I'll tell you now, if they get it close to Williams, he'll catch it. He adjusted his body, came back to the ball, and actually leaped over the defensive back.
It was almost a back shoulder fade.
Yeah, he's a doggone good receiver. Just want a little more out of him on the blocking end.
Greer back to throw. Fade route. Caught. Touchdown. Touchdown. Smith Station goes 50 yards in 2 plays. And they have clawed their way a little bit more back into this thing. 35-13 with 15 seconds left here in the second quarter. So that fumble comes up big, and Greer completes 2 big passes. I believe that one was to Pierman.
Green will come in on the up and get tackled.
Yep, tried to go for 2 and did not fool anybody. Enterprise played it pretty well, so it'll remain 35-13, 15.3 seconds left here in the first half.
Well, we've talked about Greer all year. The young man will stand back there, he'll take a lick, and he can drop it right over your shoulder, as they say, drop it on a dime. And that was a perfect pass. The D-back was between him and the receiver, and was step for step. He just put it over the only place it could be for his receiver to catch it. Really a good-looking throw.
We'll get ready for the Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC and Opelika kickoff. Get ready to smile. Smith Station kicking off for the second time tonight. With 15.3 seconds left, try to hopefully to pin them deep and not give Enterprise any hope of extending their lead before going into halftime. They will get the ball to start the second half.
Opelika and Robert E. Lee are tied at 7 apiece at halftime, so they must have a pretty good defensive battle going right there.
Here's your kickoff. From the 40, it is on the way. Bounces at the 20, fielded at the 15. Looking for a hole, gets some blockers, and finally wrapped up and ridden down at the 39. Decent return there, strong return. I believe that was Johnson. Again, Michael Johnson has made a ton of good plays tonight.
Marquis Collins had to put on his cowboy outfit and bulldog him down. He was the only one left, and he wasn't going to let go of him. Good job by Marquis to stop a bigger play.
Yep, and well, Quentin Hayes, we've been wanting to see how far he can throw a ball. We might see it here. No, we won't. He is not going out on the field. They are going to run the Notre Dame box.
Well, with 8 seconds left, and they get the ball to start the second half,
yep.
I could see them even go in victory formation, but they may try one running play.
Just for fun. Smith Station was playing deep.
Well, they had to start the clock, yeah.
They will take a knee, and that will head us into halftime. 35-13 is your score here at halftime. We will head down to Chris Tarnow in just a second. As soon as he signals us, he will get a hold of Coach Glisson and let us know when he's ready. Hopefully he's going to try to.
Oh, he's got his microphone on.
He does. Let's take it down to Chris. Chris, what do you got for us? We're having trouble hearing Chris. Going to try to get that fixed.
Play 2 good passes right there.
Go back the other way.
Yeah, a little bit of microphone trouble down there.
And we got to make those plays. And he did come back with a good ball. Keenan made a great adjustment, caught the ball, and then made a good run after it. And then Devin made up for the drop on his great throw. You know, it's frustrating. Believe it or not, we worked all on we shifted down before we ran it, and yet we jump off sides 4 or 5 times. You know, that's just discipline, just knowing it happens. Not the all you with it. I think they're going to score tonight. game. I don't know why it's given us so much problems when we have.
A minute to go here. It has turned into a cool, comfortable night, about 70 degrees, clear skies, 8:30 p.m. Central Time.
Yep, that's because we got the air conditioner on still on low up here. I don't know how they're doing out there in the stands.
That was the first thing I did when I got here was I made sure that air conditioner was on.
Yeah, it was warmer today than I anticipated, but it's going to be beautiful tomorrow for the oldest rivalry in the South.
Yep, I will be at that game, sitting in the north end zone, cheering on the Auburn Tigers.
You know, I almost met my maker one time in an Auburn-Georgia game. I was a football manager the year they won the conference here in the 70s or 80, might have been 80. And I went down to protect the goalpost pads as they stormed the field. And a bunch of them got around me and got me on the ground and was just pummeling the heck out of me. And two of our big offensive linemen saw what was going on, and they came down there and pushed their way through the crowd and picked me up and got me out of there.
Two of them hogs saved your life, huh?
Yeah, but I wasn't about to give up our goalpost pad. I don't care about their little celebration. That was Auburn property, baby. Wasn't no Bulldogs taking that back to Athens with them. I think they got it anyway, because I got lucky to get out of there with my life.
I don't think I've said this yet. For anybody curious, your usual play-by-play voice, Bill Bailey, is on a bus headed to Virginia with LaGrange College right now. He's the play-by-play man for LaGrange football as well. And
Bill does it all.
Yeah.
He does every sport at LaGrange, and we're going to do them all for Smith. So if it can be broadcast, Bill can. The only thing I've done that Bill hadn't done was a wrestling tournament.
Second half kickoff brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. It is a high hanging kick. Fair caught at the 38. Felt like maybe they were trying to go for an onside there and just kicked it too far.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to keep it in bounds, not give them anything. But, of course, Enterprise ends up with a good field position.
Yep. Right at the 38-yard line is where they'll mark this ball.
See, Moyer didn't come out with the first team. I don't know. You know, he's had some injury problems this year.
The Notre Dame box again. They'll motion flip everybody on that offense, and Smith Station jumped off sides again.
Yeah, that was just it's pretty much what Smith tried when they ran the whole offense off at one time a while ago, trying to get Enterprise to jump. Green will go out now on the far side for the Panthers.
Yep, and they're still in the Notre Dame box. Snap goes to the tailback. He will run around the right end, and he's ridden down after a gain of a couple by Tyson Cole. That'll be enough for the first down. Nope, they'll mark him short. Second down and 2.
Yeah, Morgan, our senior linebacker, he's had a fairly good game tonight. He's been in on several tackles. Moyer's back out there now, going back to a four-man front. Oh, yeah, when he's out there, you know it. The shadows get longer.
That was number 3, Samuel Whitaker, on the carry. And go straight.
And he makes that tackle in the backfield.
Yeah. He may have lost a yard. Nope, they're going to give him one. That was Wyatt Darlington on the carry. Straight up the gut. And got met right at the line.
Yeah, Smith doesn't do height or weights, but you average the two of them together. He's one of the bigger men you're going to find out here tonight.
Oh, yeah.
He's not 366 like the Enterprise tackle, but he's probably about a foot taller.
Notre Dame box look again. Heavy set to the left. Snap goes to Whitaker looking for a hole. He didn't get it. He did not get it. Didn't get anything. Tackle made in the backfield again by Tyson Cole.
What a great defensive push up front. Those big linemen just got up under them, and that's going to force a fourth down. Now, it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. This could be a huge momentum boost here for our Panthers. Get a stop on fourth on the 46, get the ball in plus territory.
Excuse me, that's been Terrell Morgan, the linebacker on the tackles, not the other name I was saying. They're still out there. Fourth down attempt. Whitaker trying to get to the edge. He will, and there is open field in a foot race to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. He did not get touched. Oh, there's a flag back at midfield. I feel like we're going to get a hold here.
Yep, there you go.
Mark it back. So the 4th and 2 touchdown run will come straight back, and I feel like they'll have to punt.
From the point, it'll be 5-10. Now that would make it 4th and about 7 then.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, we overloaded the line, and when he broke the line, nobody touched him. I'm just impressed by the technique and the precision they block with.
9 minutes, 52 seconds left here in the third quarter. Enterprise getting set to punt. They are leading 35-13 over Smith Station. Back to receive, number 10, Brandon Green.
First punt of the night, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you're right, because every time they've had the ball, it's either been, well, they had a turnover on their last drive, but other than that, I think they scored.
Or a turnover, yeah.
So first time to punt. Trying to get a number on this punter here.
Tell you what, the Green can take it to the house. He's done that before this year.
Snap is low, bounces to him. He's going to run with it, and he trips. He tripped over the grass. Tripped over the grass at the 30-yard line, so that is a turnover on down. Smith Station with great field position here.
I got some news for you. If he doesn't tackle himself, that's 6.
Yeah, I think Simon Williams was going to make that stop. I'm not sure, but I feel like he was close enough.
Ooh.
But if Williams didn't make that tackle, a lot of grass.
But big break for the Panthers here. Need some points out of
First and 10 from the 33. Greer drops back to pass. He will float it to the far sideline. Williams incomplete, knocked away. Hung in the air too long.
Yeah, it was supposed to be kind of a back shoulder pass, but he didn't fight his way back to the ball. You got to.
Tyson Cole on defense.
You got to be like a dog after a pork chop now. I mean, you got to go back there and bite and scratch and pinch for that ball. You can't just wait.
Second down and 10. 3 wide receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. 1 running back in the backfield. Play action. Greer looking for somebody to throw to. Doesn't have anybody. Under pressure, and he'll be sacked.
Man, I tell you what, they are good open field tacklers. Is that 28 or 20 over there? It keeps making 28 for Enterprise. He has made repeated open field tackles and what looked like could be big gains for the Panthers.
Jackson Blunt is number 28. He's listed as a kicker. Nope, that's a linebacker. I'm looking at Robin Javier.
5'10", 178. He could have played on our offensive line at Auburn High in the 70s at that height and weight.
It's third down and 10. Greer looking for somebody to throw to. Steps up, scrambling, and he'll be sacked again. This will bring him back much further. He will be back at the 37-yard line.
But you know, the initial blocking was good enough. He could have got a pass off, but you had 3 guys in the same area, looked like running the same deep route, and nobody turned around or came back to the ball to help him.
4th down and 16. The offense stays out there. Trips to the right, 1 to the left, 1 running back to the left of Greer. He has the snap. He will float it long in the air. Did he catch that? No, he did not. Tried to bring it in with one hand, trap it against his body, and it fell away.
Well, it got no separation that time. He was right in his grill. Wasn't any way he was going to catch that ball. He gave it a good effort, but he just didn't get enough separation.
So that'll turn the ball over on downs. 1st and 10 from the 37. Enterprise is back.
Let's see. That's number 4 for us. That's Peabody. Limping off a little bit over there.
Had to come back for that ball just a little bit. Might have gotten tangled up. We'll see if he comes back in the game. For now, I do not see Quentin Hayes out on offense for Enterprise. Or is that him right there? Not sure. That is him. He will take the ball, drop back, screen. Set up well, gets it out to Whitaker, and he will have the first down, or just shy of it. Yep, it'll be 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, Enterprise does a really good job of mixing in their play calling. Last series, Smiths was just pinning back their ears and going hard. So in order to back them off a little bit, they go with a little screen pass, and it breaks for, 9 yards, 8 yards?
Second down and 2, 35-13. Smith Station trails with 7 minutes and about 30 seconds left here in the third. 2 wide receivers to the left, two running backs in the backfield. Option play here. Hayes keeps it himself, cuts up field, and is met at the 35, falls forward for a couple more. That is a first down. It'll be marked at the 42.
Yeah, we had a missed tackle in the backfield. He ran by him and then stuck his arm out, but that ain't going to stop that big guy when he's running the ball.
No.
See, that was 33 for us. Lance Peterson was in good position. He just overran the tackle.
I tell you what, Quentin Hayes, you keep talking about it. He's not as fast as you might think, but he's quick.
Yeah.
He is more quick than fast, and he is able to escape pressure. Empty backfield here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right for Hayes. He throws the screen to Johnson, trying to get the edge, and pushed out of bounds after a gain of 4.
Yeah, not a real bad defensive play that time. We walled him off and forced him out of bounds.
Neil Davis, the senior linebacker, with the shove out. Second down and 6 from the 39.
The pace has clearly slowed down now with 6:20 left. Nobody scored in the half so far, which is amazing.
2 receivers to either side, 1 tailback. Johnson comes in motion. They will have the ball on a sweep to the right side, trying to get outside, bottled up, and he goes down. Great defensive play. Great job stringing it out by the corner over there on that side.
That was number 28, and we talked about him several times tonight. Shamon Oliver, like you said, he just ran along with the ball, stayed in front of it, made them turn back, and the pursuit was finally there waiting on him. But that's how you play it. Keep that outside arm free, force them to try to go around you, and then they have to go back inside. Talked to my man Michael King down there before the game, assistant coach. He's a head softball coach. He's invited us out to broadcast some of their games.
Nice. I like doing softball.
Oh, yeah.
Third down and 11. Hayes will keep it on a play action, trying to throw it back across the field. They have it.
Oh, we missed it.
Oh, he had a kill shot, and he missed him. But I don't think he got the first down. Yep, it'll be 4th and 8 from the 40.
Well, they're in no man's land right now. You might as well go for it. Trying to get that number. That was 20.
I believe they're going to bring in another unit.
That was 23. Collins that missed that tackle.
Yeah, Marquis Collins had an opportunity to cut Johnson in half.
Yeah.
And he just missed.
No.
I didn't know this. Johnson is also your punter.
Well, if they keep snapping it like that, that's the reason they need a running back there. That last snap was horrible.
That was a long snapper, too. I'll go out there and show them how it's done, Walter.
There you go. There's a good one.
Yeah, much better snap. Right-footed punt is away. It's a low-line drive, and fair caught at the 12 by Green.
Yeah, that was self-preservation. Green was surrounded by white shirts.
So Smith Station holds twice to start the second half. 5 minutes, 7 seconds here left to go in the third. 35-13.
Unless they adjust to it, I keep floating it up there to these wideouts.
Yes.
We've been like you said a while ago, we went 50 yards in 2 plays, and it was basically just who could out-jump who for the ball.
Yeah, and they don't have the tallest corners out there. You got some pretty big wide receivers. Trips to the right, man in motion. Greer going to try to run with it off the right side. He'll get a couple.
Yeah, that was a call, predetermined draw play there. After we've been running them deep, he was hoping they'd flush them out, break that first line of containment, and pick up some yards, but linebacker stayed home.
Motion that tailback out, try to get him moving. No such luck. Second down and 9.
They're well coached now.
Oh,
and
yeah.
This coach, he's been successful everywhere he's been. He is really well respected.
Greer drops back to throw over the middle, wide open Middleton, and he juggled it, and it fell down.
Oh,
or the ball did. He did.
Man.
But the ball fell harmlessly to the carpet.
It hit him dead in the numbers. Wrong place to hit him. And it was in stride. It wasn't like behind him. It hit him in stride. He had 3 or 4 yards on the next closest man to him.
And Middleton can run a little bit.
Just one of those things where when things don't go right, it seems to come in bunches.
3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tailback flanking Greer's left. Greer going to roll out here, going to fire. Peabody, he's got it. He's got it. Is that Peabody or Pearman? That's Pearman.
Pearman. Tell you what, again, you roll him to his left, and he'd get those arms squared back up. That was a bullet there.
Yeah.
Of course, it was low, and Pearman had to go down and catch it, but that was a rocket.
Yep, first down and 10 from the 30. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. He'll hand off to Jones off the right side. He's got some room to run. And finally stacked up and driven backwards after a gain of 5 or 6.
I thought they'd swallowed their whistle there for a minute. They just kept pushing him back.
He was stacked up and moving backwards, and well, they did give him 4 progress. They're going to give him more than I thought. That's about a gain of 7 or 8.
No, look at there. Yeah, 8 at least.
Call it second down and 2.
Take it. We're getting a little something going here with 3:40 left.
Great job sealing off that right edge.
Still 35-13, making some progress.
Give it to Jones again up the middle, looking for a hole and didn't get anything. That's not Jones, pardon me.
That's Brooks, I think.
Yeah, it's Quentin Brooks, the sophomore, looking for a hole and didn't find it.
Yeah, usually
got locked up pretty good.
Quentin's, he's one of those quick backs that can find a little crease, but with that amount of tonnage up front, there's not a whole lot of creases in there.
That's a good way of putting it. 3rd down and 1. Mound of tonnage. I'm going to have to hold on to that one.
There you go.
Again, Brant Daughtry and Walter Northcutt coming to you here. Bill Bailey is on assignment elsewhere. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Give up the middle, hurdles the pile. Did he get it?
If this guy up front down here on the side marking it, he did.
Yep. Quentin Brooks.
At the end of 3.
Quentin over the top.
At the end of 3, Opelika's tied 7-7, and Lee's on the Bulldog 1-yard line.
Oh.
Up 14-7 now,
Nice.
Lee. That's interesting.
Where's that game being played?
I have no idea. On
All
on 100 yards somewhere.
Greer going to roll out to his left, set and fire, going for that back shoulder. No, couldn't make the jump and catch. Great effort from that wide receiver.
But again, no
He's upset
separation.
with himself, but
not even
not a whole lot he could do.
You got to get at least a foot or 2 kind of separation.
I believe that was Williams on the far side. 35-13, 2 minutes, 25 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
Bill was critiquing, want to know what happened to the crowd mic. I don't know.
Oh, the crowd mic?
Yeah.
That's Bill's thing. Bill brings that mic every week, doesn't he?
I don't know. I'm just talent, baby. I
brought all the microphones I have.
Oh, okay. Maybe we can get Chris to turn his on and hold it up.
Play action over the middle, off his hands.
Again.
Off his hands, Williams. On a quick slant. And I tell you what, if he catches that ball and makes it past that corner, there is no one stopping him.
Oh, the band's playing, the cheerleaders are jumping, everything good be happening.
He's still running right now.
But, you know, you got to feel for Greer. That guy puts the ball, dead where it's supposed to be.
Nobody else could have caught that except for Williams.
No, and it was right in his hands. Same way with Middleton earlier. The white hat now telling Middleton and number 8 to separate and play nice. That's the attorney and Mr. Stanley doing a little mediating out there.
Greer going to drop back, going to float it. Got Williams. Nope. In a foot race, he will jog into the end zone. Touchdown, Smith Stations. Williams didn't drop that one. And we got some extracurricular back here.
After the touchdown, 73 had gotten, for us, had gotten his helmet ripped off by 97.
Yep, Trent Pearson.
And
was jawing at 97.
Yeah, but I think they're going to get 97 for face mask.
Yep.
Where he pulled Trent's
97, Dwayne Buckner.
Helmet off. But again,
Buckner,
see.
5'5", 230.
Yeah, that's what it was, personal foul, Enterprise.
Yep.
But it was after they're going to do it on the kickoff.
Yep.
They'll enforce it on the kickoff. And that'll put them in good field position if they want to do an onside kick as well as the defense has been playing. But that's the difference in separation and no separation.
Yep, absolutely.
You get the 2 steps on him, and Greer will put it in your wheelhouse.
It was an absolute strike by Greer, and Williams left everybody in the dust.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get on Andrew. That leg kick for being assessed on the kickoff, he didn't get a little height on that leg kick. I'm going to have to get on him at the next bar meeting about getting that leg up there.
Here's Josh Childs to attempt your point after. Kick is down, kick is up, and it is good. So Smith Station clawing back into this one, 35-20 with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left.
Well, now that's Smith's MO, you know. It seems like every game we start off a little slow and then we start coming on, and doing it again tonight.
You won the second half at Prattville a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
I remember.
and did it last. You know, that's just the thing. You can't get so far down that you can't get back. But in the last 3 games, that's what that's what Bill was saying about trying to get our Panthers started just a little bit earlier in the game.
From the plus 45, your kickoff will take place, and this kickoff will be brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. We'll see what they do here. Like you said, good field position.
It, baby. Yeah, yep. You ain't got nothing to lose. And the worst you can end up is them on their 30, 35-yard line.
Easton Renfro set to tee this up. And it looks like they're showing just a regular old kickoff here. And he will boot it deep. That might get into the end zone. It will. And cannot run it out of the end zone in high school.
Yeah, I heard somebody yell, run it out.
Yeah. Against the rules.
Against the rules. Don't want to be breaking no rule.
Yep, that record will never be broken until they change that law. So 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for Enterprise. The defense for Smith Station has really stepped up here in the late second quarter and early third so far.
Well, you know, if I'm not mistaken, they had a big lead, or 19-point lead on Prattville when Prattville, or 18-point lead, and Prattville stormed back and beat Enterprise, if I'm not mistaken.
Hayes brings a man in motion, will take the snap. Looking for somebody to throw to. Got an open receiver. It is caught. Still on his feet. Breaks one tackle. Now he's in a foot race. And he's finally dragged down, and we got a flag on the tackle.
Yeah. Going to be a face mask on the tackle.
Yeah, tackle was made at the 25. They're going to tack on another 15 yards or so.
You know, you get back in it like that, you just can't all of a sudden in one play put them right back in scoring position.
On busted coverage, and Hayes did not miss.
Well, the corner coming from the far side, he went for the big hit, and he hit him, but he didn't knock him down. He was able to regain his footsteps and gain, another 20 yards? Now you got the penalty, so.
That's Aiden White, number 1. Big kid.
Tell you what, they get him and they get that 6'4", 175-pound receiver back. That's a good combination.
Three wide receivers to the left. He will get a pitch out here to Whitaker, trying to stretch it out, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. And it looks like Smith Station got a pulled hammy on the play. Nope, he is up and jogging off the field, definitely favoring that right leg. But it looks like he'll be okay. That's Don Yakor.
Yeah, and he's had a good game, too.
He's been one of the better players for Smith so far this year. Senior linebacker is a difference maker and holding the back of his leg as he limps off the field.
Man, that was huge. We were right back in it.
Uh-huh. And then the big strike to White. The snap is good. The hold is down. Kick looked a little low, but it is through.
Yeah, it had to grow legs and arms and crawl over that crossbar, didn't it?
42-20 with 1:40 left in your third quarter.
Just seemed like we were right there on the verge.
Yep.
Down by, 15?
Yeah, had a chance, but
yeah,
can't give up busted coverages because, again,
that quarterback has a rifle.
Quentin Hayes can sling it.
We don't know if he's got any touch on it, but we know if it needs distance or speed, that rascal's your man.
I wonder if he's a pitcher in baseball, what his fastball looks like.
Well, but you know, and Bill mentioned this about another quarterback we saw earlier this year. It's a football throw. It's definitely not a step into it, follow-through baseball throw. So if he's a baseball pitcher, I'd go up there ducking because he's going to throw it hard and he might not know where it's going.
This kickoff brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. Little pooch kick here. Jones will take it at the 30 and go straight upfield. Runs one man over. Goodness. Put his shoulder down and let him know.
Things are still chippy out there. A little pushing and shoving.
Yeah.
And, you know, these aren't natural rivals. They've been in the same, like you said, this is only their 23rd meeting since 2000. And since they basically got put in the same region, but they're not like a big rival or anything.
Mm-hmm. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Greer going to drop back. And he's got Middleton open on that comeback route. And he will put his head down and fully
terrible
forward.
Spot.
Oh, yeah, it is. Wow.
Maybe the guy out there in the middle of the field is going to spot it. They gave him a first down. Look, did you see that?
Yeah.
The guy in the middle of the field where the ball was spotted it on the 49. Side judge made him move it back to the 48, so that's exactly 10 yards.
I don't believe that would have been a first down either. But
yeah. But he had already moved the chains.
Yeah. Twin wide receivers to either side. Set up the screen. It did not work. It did not work. Completion for maybe a yard. But he was hit as soon as he caught it. Tried to get those big linemen out there, but they didn't get there in time.
They did that lookout block. They turned around to the back and yelled, "Look out!" because they didn't make contact with too many of those defensive players. Gonna have to get off at least one more play here.
Yep, just shy of 30 seconds. Smith Station driving, doing their best to. 2nd down and 9. 3 wide receivers to the right side. Hand off to Jones up the middle. Has a hole.
Go.
Breaking tackles, trying to stay on his feet. Still backing up, gaining more yardage. And he's finally dragged down at the 28. Big gain there. 1st down and more.
That's Brooks.
Is that Brooks?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's number 20.
That man, he was running. I'm going to tell you now, he's quick. He kind of reminds you of James Brooks that played at Albany. Not that big a guy, muscle-wise looking, but he will pop you in the jaw if you try to arm tackle him.
We'll get a timeout here as we head to the 4th quarter.
I'm surprised
I'm not sure.
that.
Not yet, but yeah, I don't know who took that timeout, but you figure you're about to get a free one here in 20 seconds.
Well, we know it's not a heat timeout.
That's true. Well, yeah, let's see. They took it off of Enterprise's side on the scoreboard, so Enterprise called a timeout for some reason. And the referees will break it up and say play on. We're going to have a break here and after this next play.
I mean, this is really impressive by the Panthers to, be within 15, give up a huge touchdown, and then just come fighting back and drive the ball down the Wildcats' throat. Shows a lot of character in these Panther players.
Quentin Brooks is your tailback again. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Greer in the shotgun takes the snap, throws it over the middle, and incomplete, trying to get it to Middleton.
Well, he had Middleton open on that middle route, but he got popped all up in his face mask that time.
Yep.
Couldn't follow through and get anything on the ball, and that's what made it fall about 4 yards short of the intended receiver.
Pressure up the middle is a quarterback killer. Same formation, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Brooks flanking Greer to his right. Handoff goes to Brooks up the middle, and he got nothing. He lost yardage. Just swarmed in the backfield.
Tell you what, that big guy for them makes plays, but that little 97, he is quicker than a hiccup. Let's see what's here. DeJuan Buckner, 5'5", 230. And that's the guy we said's every bit of 230. Yeah.
That will do it for the third quarter. We will take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have your final quarter of action. You are listening to Smith Station Panther football here on FM Talk 93.9.
Hey, when the game's over, as soon as they talk to me.
This just in.
Your exclusive home for Smith Station football. FM Talk 93.9.
Welcome back here to Panther Field, or Panther Stadium, excuse me. TC Britton Field. Greer rolling to his right, has Pierman, got it to him, great throw. That'll be a 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line, rolling to his right, made a great throw on the run.
He's a precision passer. He can put it in a small window. You just got to help him out by getting a little separation so he can get it to you.
Yep, and Pierman got enough, streaking across the middle of the field there. Again, three to the right. Going to roll that way as Greer going to fire towards the corner of the end zone. Jump ball. Did he catch that? He caught that. That's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yes. Touchdown Panthers. Wow. Who is that? Amari Peabody just went up over the corner and caught it behind the corner's back.
Yeah, I think he pinned it to the corner's back and then brought it back over his head.
Wow. And we're going to get a flag for a little bit of unsportsmanlike conduct, but whew, what a play. What a play. We'll see who this flag's on.
And it was right in the back.
Yep, that was in the corner of that end zone.
Yeah, he had to work to get a foot down.
Having a really, really great game so far is Greer, or at least a great second half. I'll tell you something else that's really been impressive to me. Michael Johnson for Enterprise had 3 touchdowns in the first quarter, and I don't think he's had one since.
No.
Smith Station, they got down early, but they have shown a lot of fight clawing back in this one.
Might have to, if that's on us, we might have to kick it from the.
I believe that'd be the 20.
Yeah.
If it's a 15-yarder. Again, Brant Daughtry and Walter Northcutt coming to you. Chris Tarno, our sideline guy.
25, because you don't kick it from the 40 in high school.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
And Ryan Lavoie back in our studio, handling production aspects.
That's why you went through media instead of math.
Yeah.
I know that's why I would have done. Unsportsmanlike will be assessed on the kickoff against the Panthers.
Yeah, I was not a math guy.
No, I didn't pick my curriculum by what I wanted to take. It was by what I didn't want to take.
Yeah, absolutely.
Process of elimination.
Absolutely. And we got it. We made it.
Yeah.
We made it. Snap is down. Kick is up. It is good, but we have a flag. We'll see what happens.
Offsides on the defense.
Can we enforce that on the kickoff? Make it a little bit easier?
Yeah. Do some averaging, talking about math. But here's the question. If it was offsides.
Doesn't offsides result in a dead ball penalty in high school?
Well, it should.
Yeah, he blew the whistle. There were whistles. I believe Smith Station is going to move the ball closer and go for 2 now. 42-26, your score.
There's so many folks running on and off the field. We're going to have to call timeout to see who's out there.
Greer is going to go under center. He will roll out to his right.
Get it to him.
Nope, he's going to run it in himself, and he is in. Conversion try is good. So it's now 28-42.
Tell you what, he had an H-back that hit the end and then kind of got out in the end zone.
Yep.
He could have flipped it to him. He was wide open.
Hunter Oates, I think, is how I'm going to try and pronounce that.
That's right. Oots or Oates.
It is Ouzts.
Isn't there a chip? What's that chip that's spelled kind of like that? Potato chip. There's a potato chip.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. Baby, you got to know your tater chips. You got to be a snacker if you're from the South. We love our snacks.
Oh, I'm a snacker for
Oh,
sure.
okay. Yeah, you're from Perry, Georgia. Y'all eat peanuts for snack night and day, don't
Oh,
you?
yeah, we do.
I hear you.
I'm a big boiled peanuts guy, and it
Oh,
looks like we've gotten some confusion as to which side is going where.
Well, the problem
Oh, yeah, no, it's-
Enterprise gets to line up so far down the field. They're on the 35 of Smith's because of the unsportsmanlike.
And Smiths will kick off from the 25-yard line. Good luck, kid.
How far are you down? Let's see, 28-42.
They're only down 14 right now.
Yeah.
With 11:28 left in the fourth quarter.
But it shows you how big that personal foul was because Enterprise should get good field position. Oh, good
He will
kick.
boot it. He was caught at the 15-yard line. He will take a step back and then come forward with it and run it out to the 35. Outkicked his coverage a little bit. That kickoff brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. Enterprise will take the ball right at the 37-yard line.
Carden made the tackle, and it wasn't because he tracked him down. The kid just ran. He was on the ground and got up to his knees, and the returner just ran slap over him, and he just held on to him.
And they're going to move it forward a little bit to the 35.
Yeah, we like to round up to an even line.
I understand that. Hayes in the shotgun, two running backs flanking him, three wide receivers, two to the left, one to the right. He will give it, reverse pitch, faked the option, and trying to swarm. Has a pretty good job. Faked him out, but they did a good job of recovering.
I tell you what, Green did an excellent job of staying home.
Yep.
He didn't get caught up with the eye candy. He kept good eye contact on the ball. He didn't make the tackle, but he forced it back in and seven.
I believe it
for
was
us.
Neil Davis and Terrell Morgan combined on that. Tried to get it to Aiden White in space. Second down and 3.
Morgan's played a well of a game.
He has. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Running back flanks Hayes to his right. Running back will get it, and he is hit after a gain of a few. He will have the first down out to the 47-yard line. That's Sam Whitaker on the carry.
Yeah, somehow they just got numbers on us on that side and had a blocker for every man head up, even your D-backs and your linebackers that were coming up. So good offensive play call that time.
Hayes will deliver the message, break the huddle. Two wide outs to either side, and 1 running back on his right hip.
Need to get a stop soon, get the ball back with some time.
47-yard line, 42-28, Enterprise leads. Time dwindling in the fourth quarter. Hayes going to keep it up the middle himself. He will pick up 3, second down and 7. Brought that running back across his face in motion. Might be an option play, might just be a little bit of eye candy.
Yeah, there's Carden in there on the tackle again. Him and Perryman playing some linebacker.
Yeah, when you have an athlete like that, might as well get him out there as much as possible.
And Morgan again.
2 to the left, 1 to the right, an H-back and the tailback. He will get the carry. This is Whitaker looking for a hole, gets one, and is driven backwards after a gain of 4.
I'm like you. Johnson has not been a factor here in the second half so far.
Yeah, he's still out there, but
Man, this is a big third down. You want to stop them back far enough, too, that they're not tempted to go for it on fourth down.
Yep, we're going to call this third down and a long 4.
Look, they even got that old Dallas Cowboys type huddle where you, instead of a circle, you got 2 lines.
Yep. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 1 tailback off the right hip of Hayes. Marching band playing loud. Hayes going to keep it up the middle. Waiting on help, and yes, they got him short. He's short. It'll be 4th down and 2. He was bottled up in the backfield, but was able to break to his right.
Yeah, they're going to go for it right here. They got close enough.
Quentin Hayes coming out. Looks like they're going to head to the box. Wyatt Darlington going in. He'll call the signal.
Yeah, I haven't
load it
seen
to the
that.
left side.
That old Dallas two-line huddle in a long
Or
time.
to the right side. And we got a flag. We had
12
12. We had 12 men in the huddle. That'll move them back.
Illegal substitution. Coach has found out who wasn't supposed to be out there because he's doing some serious punt. It was Johnson he's getting on. So that's going.
Yep, that'll force him to punt.
There you go. Just don't let Johnson get around you on a fake right here.
Yeah, I don't know. He's moving at about 3/4 speed right now.
Yeah,
he
I'm
looks.
like you.
If he's not tired, he's hurt. Just a little bit, anyway. But he's healthy enough to punt, and so his right leg might be feeling okay. Good snap. He punts it away. Low line drive. Bit of a duck. Green catches it at the 15, and he fair caught it. So that'll be stopped there.
Yeah, good thing he fair caught it because it would have been down inside the 10-yard line
Yeah.
at least, if not the 5. So we get it at the 16 with 7:57, down by 14.
Tell you what, Brandon Green is not the biggest kid, but he's a little bit fearless, isn't he?
Oh, my goodness, yeah. He ran back a punt earlier this year. I mean, he hit the sideline, and it was just magic. And Cardin's that way. They got some little guys that'll go toe-to-toe with you.
Brooks in the backfield with Greer. He will roll to his right. Got it to Middleton. That's a good gain there. It'll be close to a first down. Looks like it'll be second down and less than 1 yard.
And they had about 5 yards behind Middleton was another open Panther.
I believe Pierman was running behind him. Looks like they're trying to go short, middle, long on those flood routes. One wide receiver at each level. They'll do it the same way to the left side this time. 3 wide receivers to the left. Greer going to drop straight back and float it, trying to get it to Williams. He's got it. And he get out of bounds? Yep, he stepped out of bounds at the 46-yard line. That's a first down there across midfield, 42-28. Clock stops with 7 minutes and 18 seconds left in this one.
Yeah, they can't cover him with Johnson because the height different. He's just reaching up and catching the ball before little Johnson can get up off the ground.
Yep. Greer is really airing it out tonight. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He will roll to that left side looking for somebody. Fires, caught by Pierman, dives to the ground to get it. That is enough for a first down.
I mean, you know, this is what we were looking for in that first and second quarter when we were trying to pound it in the middle.
Greer is stepping up to the challenge at least to this point. Looking to the sideline. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Quentin Brooks on his right hip. He will roll out to that right side, sets his feet, fires into the end zone. It's juggled and caught. Juggled and caught. He's got it. There is a flag.
Yeah,
There's a flag. There are 2 flags.
This is going to be huge right here.
That was a touchdown.
There's 3 flags.
That was a touchdown for Williams, but you got 3 flags.
Well,
like
they marked him inside the 1.
Ah.
I think it's going to be offsetting. We'll have to load it up and fire the guns again.
Let's see. Officials are consulting at midfield. You've got one flag back at the line of scrimmage, 1 about halfway between the line and the end zone.
And there's 2 of them. Yeah, they're might be the same call. They're within about 5 yards of each other.
Yep.
Let's see. It's this huge call right here.
Yep. Let's see.
Holding defense. That penalty's declined. Personal foul, roughing the quarterback.
So both of them on defense. So 2 major penalties.
Yeah, well, he was already on the 1.
Yeah, so you're about as close as you can get without scoring a touchdown here.
Now this is where you go under center.
Yep, you go under center. Well, let's see. Greer is under center. You sneak this one, right?
I do 3 sneaks, yeah.
Yep, and
touchdown.
he sneaks. He is in. Touchdown. Great push from those big boys up front. And it is a 1-possession game.
Oh, there comes another flag. That's going to be... You can't keep helping them out by giving them good field position when you're getting right back in the game. Hopefully it wasn't a celebration penalty.
Well, hopefully it's on Enterprise, you know.
So that's 34.
But we'll see.
42.
Yep.
Within 8. This could make it 7 right here. It is on Enterprise. Personal foul. That's good. It's going to be on the kickoff.
Yeah, you got an ability to pin them deep if you can.
Or you can do a little pooch kick and hope something happens. You get the
there you
ball
go.
back.
Extra point attempt will come from
This
number
is big.
26.
Put it within 7, yeah.
Josh Childs. Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is up, and it is true. We got a 7-point ball game, Walter.
This could be one of the largest comebacks I can remember by the Panthers.
42-35, Enterprise leading.
We were down by 28 at one point.
Smith Station has all the momentum in the world if you subscribe to that sort of thing, and I do for what it's worth. 6 minutes, 42 seconds. Again, Brant Daughtry, Walter Northcutt on your call. Big thanks to Ryan Lavoie back in our studio and Chris Tarno, our sideline reporter.
$50-yard pass, got Opelika down to the 1-yard line. They put it in, so now they're tied 14-all. Braves got beat 2-1 today.
I saw that. Not an ideal start.
Boston was up earlier.
Man,
So-
what a game so far from Jackson Greer and Cyan Williams are the two that come to my mind the most as far as really having an impact on this comeback. But then of course,
defense,
that's what I was about to say. Your defense has really played well, and we've got a weird kickoff formation here. They are lining up. It is an onside kick attempt. And Enterprise comes up with it.
Yep, number 10.
Yep, Wyatt Darlington.
We got a Panther down. Now he's up.
Yep, he's okay. Might have been more upset than hurt.
That puts them on their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, it's not.
Need to stop pretty quick here.
That's not awful. You got enough time. 6 minutes, 42 seconds left in the game.
And the key is, Smith hadn't been letting Enterprise pound it up the middle for 5-6 yards to carry on the last 4 or 5 possessions. It was the big pass that got them downfield.
Yep.
You need that right here because I would imagine they're going to pound it. They're back in the box.
In the box, heavy set to the right side. Some early movement up front, no penalty. Johnson gets the carry. He will have the first down on that right side, just following that Seale white-shirted blockers.
The old.
He didn't really have to do anything. He just kind of had to follow his big boys.
That's the old student body right deal there.
Yep. 1st and 10 from the 45.
Bill loves it when we make Green Bay references like the student body left and right, the power sweep.
Same formation, heavy to the right in the box. Wyatt Darlington is your effective quarterback, but he's more of a fullback than anything. Handoff goes up the middle. We're going to have a penalty. I thought it was a false start, but I'm not sure. They let him get the play off. It's a gain of 4. Handoff went to Sam Whitaker on that inside counter.
Yeah, the referee is showing him there was an illegal shift, I think. Yeah, false start motion.
So that'll back him up. It'll be 1st down and 15 now.
Yeah, I mean, this is when the Smiths crowd needs to get into it right here. They kind of sitting on their hands. Look like a lot of them have left, but this has been a great comeback.
It's been quite the comeback engineered by Coach Glisson, like you said.
Just
under 6 minutes left. 1st down and 15. Heavy set to the left, or heavy set to the ball carrier's right, I should say. We got another illegal shift. It looks like Darlington moved early again. Another flag thrown by the white hat. Yep, same penalty. And the Enterprise coaches are not happy with your friend, Walter. There's another one. There's going to be a pre-snap penalty and a post whatever that was penalty. The Enterprise coaches are not happy. Neither are the fans, and Smith Station is doing their best to get loud.
Well, I'm not sure because he threw his flag the first time back in the backfield, which would have been the motion penalty.
Right.
Then there was something being said, so he picked it up and laid it by the other official's flag, which would mean they both made the same call there.
I'm sure we'll get an explanation here in a minute. Referees are consulting.
Yeah, it might be good we don't have a crowd mic.
Yeah.
Because I think some of them Enterprise folks ain't talking about the weather.
Yeah, and I tell you, I noticed on film a little bit, Darlington likes to lean forward when right before the snap, and I always thought it would have been a pre-snap motion penalty, but no one ever called it. And these officials tonight are calling it.
Yep, got a personal foul.
Yep,
and
so
it wasn't on the coaches either. One of the one of the Enterprise players was the one that said something to the official. And I mean, as soon as he said it, they both put the flag at his feet.
First in a very long way. I think the ball is at the 20-yard line. They have to get to the other 45. So about 30 yards here. We're going to run an option play with Hayes. He breaks the tackle, pitches it late. He's got open grass in front of him. And they'll get most of that yardage back. Sam Whitaker was your pitch man.
That was a nice play. That's the second time. And, you know, when in high school, we used to run the veer. And it wasn't uncommon for a quarterback to run 15 yards downfield and then make the pitch, you know?
Yeah, he
and
kept
that
it
was
for
the
a
secret
while.
to the veer, and he kept that one. He almost had 10 yards before he pitched it.
2nd down and 7 now. A massive gain there for Whitaker.
Good play by the running back to follow him downfield.
Yep. Not peel off. Johnson comes in motion. Play action pass. They'll float it to Johnson. Incomplete. Underthrew it. In coverage for that play was Dylan Carden.
Dylan did
and he
a good
almost
job.
interfered because the ball was underthrown.
Yeah, but Dylan did a good job on that. That 22 slipped. 22's hurting. Johnson's hurting.
Yeah. He's holding on to that right hip long after the play.
Coach is going to get a timeout, try to get them calmed down now.
Yep. While we're at a timeout, let's try to go to our sideline guy, Chris Tarno. Chris, what have you got for us? Trying to get a hold of Chris. You can hear we had some technical difficulties earlier.
I think the Enterprise folks is insinuating something. The referees are getting paid.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
you
they are
always,
lawyers.
Don't you always get paid when you work?
I'm getting paid.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not. Come to think of it, I've been doing this with Bill. This is this is my 31st year doing it. And I ain't got paid yet.
Well, we could not get a hold of Chris, but we are out of the timeout. 4 minutes, 34 seconds left in this one. Smith Station trailing by 7. 3rd down and 7 to go for Enterprise. This is probably the biggest play of the game so far.
This is a game changer right here.
Notre Dame box overloaded to the right. They'll bring a man in motion. Now Hayes going to drop back. He's going to fire. He's got a man open. He makes the catch at the 30-yard line. Still on his feet. But he fumbled. He fumbled and Smith Station fell on it.
No, they marked it down.
They weren't going to say he was down.
Terrible call.
They were going to say he was down. Aiden White made the catch. And I don't know who stripped it. I think it was number 3, Dylan Carden. But they're going to call White down. Man, what a great effort there from Carden.
Man, that's why you hate.
Just a half second too late.
You hate high school doesn't have replay.
Yep.
That was a close one there. I'm like you. I thought he stripped him on the way down.
Yeah, the ball was definitely out, but no idea if something touched first. And they're back in the box. Overloaded to the left. Snap goes to the tight end. Now I'll give it to Whitaker. He'll cut it upfield for a gain of about 9. And we talked about it. That's your massive momentum play right there. On 3rd down and 7, you give up about a 30-yard bomb.
I'm going to tell you, Whitaker, his fresher legs, but he'll take that right leg and plant it.
Oh, yeah.
And cut upfield in a heartbeat when he's going to his right. Plants that back foot and runs hard up into the hole.
2nd down and 1. And this is where you need a turnover.
Yeah, if nothing
You are
else,
begging for it.
Make them try to go for a field goal.
Box overloaded to the right. Darlington in the backfield. He moved early again, didn't get called that time. Whitaker met in the hole and driven backwards. Great play.
It's going to be third down.
He may have lost yardage, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think he lost a yard from where they're marking the ball.
It'll be third down and 2 minutes, 46 seconds. Coach Glisson going to take a timeout.
Yeah, this is where you got to watch for all that trickery in the backfield or getting that running back out into the flat.
You can't get so overeager to get in the backfield and make a stop that you let somebody run right by you.
Mm-hmm. Big third down play here. And Smith, man, it got quiet out there in a hurry, didn't it? I think Chris has got his microphone on. I see him over there.
Does he? Yeah, he's standing on the field trying to talk to us, but we just can't get a clear signal for him.
All right, here we go. Big third down play. 2:46.
Yep, we're going to call it third down and 2 to go. Here's your ball game pretty much. Snap goes to Whitaker. He will give it on the counter to Johnson. He will walk into the end zone for a touchdown. There are no flags, and Walter, like we said, he got caught up in the counter.
Yep, and your outside end and linebacker just bent down when the flow went the opposite way. They took off running, and that left the back door wide open for Johnson to wander into the kitchen and score a touchdown.
Yep, and that'll make it 48 to 35, 2 minutes, 39 seconds left. Kick is up, and it is good. 49 to 35. Smith Station has a chance to make it a one-possession game, but they're going to have to score quickly, get an onside kick, and score quickly again. It's not impossible, but it just got a lot harder.
Yep, wouldn't hurt for a little touchdown on a kickoff, much like the opening kickoff of the game when
you already had
they
one
went to the house. Yep, but 2:39, you need to score and score quick. So I'd look for him throwing it up to those big running, big receivers.
Yep, Williams had a great night. Pierman has quietly been a great contributor.
Of course, a couple of drop passes, hurt us picking up first downs when we needed them also.
Here is your Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC kickoff. Get ready to smile. Taken at the 30-yard line, going across the field. He will bring it out to the 40-yard line. We got a flag back behind the play, though. I feel like this is coming back.
Yeah, Mr. Green kind of nudged the Enterprise player in the back shoulder there as he turned to go forward the ball. That's going to really hurt. That's going to take it back to the 21-yard line.
Yep, so all you got to do is drive 79 yards, kick an onside kick, and score again in 2 minutes and 33 seconds.
It's been done now.
It's been done.
Mm-hmm. Took us, 2 plays to go from 50 a while ago.
Yep. Exclusive audio coverage of Smith Station Athletics contests have been granted to Tiger Communications by Smith Station High School. Any rebroadcast or retransmission, whether partial or in its entirety for commercial or personal use without the expressed written consent of Tiger Communications and Smith Station High School is strictly prohibited.
That was like a 5-yard out right in the that Middleton claimed he caught. Good thing was they said he didn't catch it. We need clock now instead of 3-yard gains.
I was about to say, medium gains don't do you a whole lot of good right now. Greer rolling to his right. He will load up, sling it deep, trying to put it between two men. He caught that again. Sion Williams has just reached up and grabbed it over the corner's back 3 or 4 times tonight.
That went between the safety and the cornerback.
That was in the bucket.
He caught it. Great catch. 2:19 left. Stops the clock.
Yep, he got out of bounds. Greer rolling to his left. Going to plant his feet and fire. Here's Pierman, comes back to it, and he's got the first down and more. He is down inside the 35-yard line. It'll be at the 33, and we've got a shoving match now. Pierman's not happy. Neither is number 8 for Enterprise. That's Bryson Chapman.
An official got pushed.
What was the color of the jersey of the kid who pushed him?
It looked like a white jersey, but
well,
now they had officials holding his knee.
He's got both hands on both knees, and well, I'm not sure. He'll walk it out. Pierman got up and shoved the Enterprise kid off of him, and the kid shoved him back.
Yeah, the problem was the kid that shoved him back hit him in the face mask.
Yeah.
So this is going to be huge. Is it offsetting or?
I'm sure we're looking at this through black and silver glasses, but yep. That is only on Enterprise, so that'll be another 15 yards.
But it wasn't he didn't do a personal foul call.
Yeah, he didn't.
But it's going to be a 15-yard. The White Hat's left leg's giving him some problems.
Yeah. It looked to us like Pierman was just trying to get separation from the kid. Sure, he was talking trash to him a little bit, but nothing too egregious.
Well,
he came back and shoved him again.
Yeah, when you're the second man, that's who's generally going to get caught.
Yep. 2 minutes.
Plus, he went to the head. You can't go to the head.
Yep. 2 minutes remaining here in this one. Smith Station down by 14, needing a score. You got Middleton out there on a out route, but we're going to have holding calling this one back. Pass was complete for a gain of 5, but
man, that would have been big though.
Yep.
It's going to be holding, going to bring it back.
Yep.
Dadgummit. Where those guys are that are carrying on their referee and commentary, but all of a sudden now they like the man in stripes.
Mm-hmm. People don't understand how hard that job is.
No.
I'm not dumb enough to try it.
Well, everybody can officiate and coach, don't you know that?
Yeah. Greer drops back, good pocket, throws over the middle.
That was
Pierman stumbled. It looked like the defensive back had a hand on him. But it's incomplete.
Yeah. Coach Glisson's wanted to know where that call was. We've had more non-calls than bad calls here tonight, I think.
I agree. And, you'd rather it be that way, I think.
Yeah, 1:37 now. Got to get something here in a hurry.
Yep, second down and we'll say 25, I think.
Minimum, yeah. Come on, you got to get your play in.
Taking a long time to get in this play. Your play clock is at 15 seconds, so you're all right. There it is. Now I'll set it up. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. I assume Greer will be passing. He is rolling out to his right. He will set up and sling it. He's got a man open, overthrew him by just a little bit. He had Amari Peabody open.
Yeah, well,
overthrew him just a teeny tiny bit.
I think 5 was the safety was supposed to come over the top, and the coaches are getting on to him, and he's going, what did I do? They're saying, we're going to let you know on Sunday when we're watching this on film. Man, that was, he had him. He had him by what, 2 steps?
Yep. Peabody was open, and he laid out for it. It wasn't an effort thing. He gave it everything he had, but Greer just put a little too much air under it.
Of course, you got to pick up a first down if you don't score, so they got to keep that in mind.
Third down, Greer drops back, trying to scramble, and he'll go down. wrapped up by big number 78, Jamal Filsaime.
Yeah,
and when 6'3", 366 pounds gets a hold of you, you usually don't go anywhere.
See, who's that down? Is that?
That looks like a lineman.
Yeah. Can't get a number on him.
Yep. Minute 15 left. We're on 4th down and 25. And he is favoring that right leg quite a bit.
That's 62. That's my man.
The name of that young man is A.J. Braswell. And he is putting no weight on that right leg as he is helped to his feet.
I'm going to tell you what, A.J., we don't have weights, but A.J.'s had to go against guys that are at least 250 and 366 all night.
Yeah, and he will get helped off the field.
Yeah, he's not putting any weight on that right foot or ankle.
Yep. Might have gotten rolled up during that play. And like you said, I mean, he is undersized as far as offensive linemen go, and he is, well, I just told you, their nose guard is 366.
Yeah.
6'4", 366 pounds going up against that kid who is not quite that. Fourth down, if they don't convert this is definitely your ball game. 4th down and 30. Enterprise will come out in what can best be described as a prevent defense. Snap goes over Greer's head, and it's recovered by Enterprise. Does he still have it? He does. Ball was still alive. I don't know what happened to that ball, but there is a Smith Station player down on the field and not moving. There he goes. He's more sad than hurt, which is understandable, but that should just about do it.
Yep, that's that man, 97 again.
Greer never had a chance.
I would think they would just victory formation it out here.
There's one timeout for either side.
I don't think
which
Coach Glisson will waste that, but
well, you can't take it with you, and you might get a bad snap. You never know. But have not encountered that so far tonight.
Could be like the New York Giants, where you run up into the back of the center and trying to run out the clock and drop the ball, and another team pick it up and score.
Yep. We'll see here.
No,
they were going to run a play, but Smith Station jumped off sides again. I tell you what, Smith Station's not going to win this game, but really, really impressive second half for the Panthers. If they can string together an entire game, they got a really good chance.
Well, this is the 3rd straight game where they got down big by half, and all of a sudden they blew their way back. They're back in the ball game. It's just getting the early start, and for some reason that's been their bugaboo. Not getting a good early start. It's cost them 3 ball games now.
Notre Dame box overloaded to the left. Smith Station aligns for it. Whitaker will give the handoff up the middle to Johnson. He will fall forward for a gain of 3. I don't know why he's still in the game, honestly.
Here's the thing. They're playing with a team that's going to be in the playoffs.
Yep.
I mean, Enterprise will be one of the top 4.
And unfortunately, Smith Station, with a loss tonight, is eliminated from postseason play.
But they're so close. I mean, they came back against Prattville, came back against JD, and tonight they were toe-to-toe with one of the top 4 teams in the region. It at least shows that they can play. They can get in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
If it's just a matter of things falling right and them getting off to a better start.
It's not even a great start, just a good start.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping things within striking distance because, they had 14 at half. And
there's always the old saying, it takes more energy to come from behind.
Yep.
You have to expend more energy. And by the time you get caught up with them, or you give out or not.
Under a minute to go here. Coach Glisson did use that timeout, so it is exactly 58 seconds left. Going to run it to the right side here with Whitaker, to the left side.
He made the first down,
I don't
did he?
either. I'm not either, but it doesn't matter. They only have to run one more.
That won't hurt their feelings.
Clock is now right at 40 seconds. 3rd down and 1. They could knee this. They do have a victory formation. They showed us before halftime. Nope, they're going to give them the first down, I think. Yep, they're going to move the chains for what it is worth to you. And they will go into victory formation here. Darlington will take your final knee. And that'll do it. Smith Station falls 49-35 here to the Enterprise Wildcats. Tough loss here because you feel like in the final quarter you had a chance to come back and win it. But we will move into our Panther post-game show brought to you by Mission Thrift Store in Auburn. Honestly, as far as wins go, or as far as losses go, Walter, this could have been a whole lot worse.
Yeah, well,
and you hate to say things like moral victories.
Yeah, and I know Mike Glisson well enough to know there's no moral victories. His team was right there, just didn't have enough to get over the hump for the third week in a row. But my goodness, they're playing hard, and they're just getting right there on the edge of it.
They are really, really close.
You took those three and put them in the winning column, you're in the playoffs, no doubt. So the Panthers are so close.
We will try to go to Coach Glisson with Chris Tarnow here in a few moments, if we can. Again, for a recap of all this week's high school football action, tune into the AHSAA Scoreboard Show from 10 p.m. to midnight on our sister station, the Tiger 95.9. Also, if you're so inclined, the High School Coaches Show is live every Wednesday night at the Wild Wing Cafe in Tigertown from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., also on our sister station, the Tiger 95.9. We will try to get a hold of Chris Tarnow here in just a moment. They are playing the alma mater.
I don't know which is the squelch button to get, Chris. I know we're having trouble with the volume button, but
I don't either. I'm something of a tech guy, but Bill is certainly the more experienced. Again, I am Brant Daughtry, being joined by Walter Northcutt. Ryan Lavoie doing a great job for us back at the studio. Chris Tarnow working with some not ideal equipment conditions, but still doing his darndest out there.